So I asked my viewers to submit me some insane unhinged fanfiction for me to read out loud in the video, and this was a submission that I received. This fanfiction, the context says, the greatest piece of man-made literature. My Immortal? Oh my god, I've heard of this shit. I'm not gonna read all of it. 33 chapters is a lot, you know. My Immortal has been called the worst fanfiction ever for a reason. Trigger warnings. Okay, so basically, any horrible thing that could happen to a person, yeah, let's just include that. This is literally like the fucking anime I review on my channel. There's just nothing different. Hi. I can't even get through the first word. I'll read it as Mickey Mouse, I guess. Hi. Hi, my name is Ebony Darkness Dementia Ravenway. Dementia? Why is dementia part of your middle name? Why is there an apostrophe in between dark and ness? What contraction is this shit? What is... Okay, sorry, I can't even get started. This is so ridiculous. Hi, my name is Ebony Darkness Dementia Ravenway, and I have long ebony black hair. That's how I got my name, with purple streaks and red tips that reaches my mid-back and icy blue eyes like limpid tears. And a lot of people tell me I look like Amy Lee. If you don't know who she is, get the hell out of here. Who the heck is Amy Lee, dog? Oh, she's the lead singer of Evanescence? I had no idea her name was Amy Lee. Wake me up! Wake me up inside! Yo, Pro ZD, you trying to collab with me? You know, he can do the goofy voice, I'll be Mickey. Anyway. I'm not related to Gerard Way, but I wish I was because he's a major fucking hottie. I'm a vampire, but my teeth are straight and white. I have pale white skin. I'm also a witch, and I go to a magic school called Hogwarts in England, where I'm in the 7th year. I'm 17. I'm a goth, in case you couldn't tell, and I wear mostly black. I love Hot Topic, and I buy all my clothes from there. For example, today I was wearing a black corset with matching lace around it, and a black leather miniskirt, pink fishnets, and black combat boots. I was wearing black lipstick, white foundation, black eyeliner, and red eyeshadow. I was walking outside Hogwarts. It was snowing and raining, so there was no sun, which I was very happy about. I can't. What is this? A lot of preps stared at me. I put up my middle finger at them. Hey, Ebony! Shouted a voice. I looked up. It was Draco Malfoy! What's up, Draco? I asked. Nothing, he said shyly. But then I heard my friends call me, and I had to go away. What? What am I reading, guys? All right, chapter 2. The next day, I woke up in my bedroom. It was snowing and raining again. I opened the door of my coffin and drank some blood from a bottle I had. Oh, God. My coffin was black ebony, and inside it was a hot pink velvet with black lace on the ends. I got out of my coffin and took off my giant MCR t-shirt, which I used for pajamas. Oh, my God. This is like the most 2010s coded shit ever, dude. Instead, I put on a black leather dress, a pentagram necklace, combat boots, and black fishnets on. I put on 4 pairs of earrings in my pierced ears and put my hair in a kind of messy bun. My friend Willow woke up then and grinned at me. She flipped her long waist-length raven black hair with pink streaks and opened her forest green eyes. She put on her Marilyn Manson t-shirt with a black mini fishnets and pointy high-heeled boots. We put on our makeup, black lipstick, white foundation, and black eyeliner. OMFG! I saw you talking to Draco Malfoy yesterday, she said excitedly. Yeah, so? I said, blushing. Do you like Draco? She asked me as we went out of the slithering common room and into the great hall. No, I so fucking don't, I shouted. Yeah, right, she exclaimed. Just then, Draco walked up to me. Hi, he said. Hi, I replied flirtatiously. Guess what? He said. What? I asked. Well, Good Charlotte are having a concert in Hogsmeade. Oh my fucking god! I screamed. I love GC. They are my favorite band besides MCR. Well, Do you want to go with me? He asked. I gasped. Guys, what is going on here? On the night of the concert, I put on my black lace-up boots with high heels. Underneath them were ripped red fishnets. Then I put on a black leather mini dress with all this corset stuff on the back and front. I put on matching fishnets on my arms. I straightened my hair and made it look all spiky. I felt a little depressed and... What the fuck? Okay, that's so fucked. I mean, I'll read it out loud just because it's part of the... What the fuck? I felt a little depressed then, so one of my... Okay, I don't know what else to say. I have no fucking words. Jesus Christ. I read a depressing book while I waited for it to stop bleeding, and I listened to some GC. I painted my nails black and put on tons of black eyeliner. Then I put on some black lipstick. I didn't put on foundation because I was pale anyway. I drank some human blood, so I was ready to go to the concert. I went outside. Draco was waiting there in front of his flying car. He was wearing a simple plain t-shirt. They would play at the show too. Baggy black skater pants, black nail polish, and a little eyeliner. A lot of cool boys wear it, okay? Hi, Draco, I said in a depressed voice. Hi, Ebony, he said back. We walked into his flying black Mercedes-Benz. The license plate said 666. Of course it did. On the way, we listened excitedly to Good Charlotte and Marilyn Manson. We both smoked cigarettes and drugs. When we got there, we both hopped out of the car. We went to the mosh pit at the front of the stage and jumped up and down as we listened to Good Charlotte. You coming cold, they're covered in... I don't know this song, I'm sorry. You're covered in blood. They're all so happy you have arrived. The doctor cuts your cord, hands you to your mom. She sets you free into this life. Sang Joel. Joel is so fucking hot, I said to Draco, pointing to him as he sung, filling the club with his amazing voice. Suddenly, Draco looked sad. What's wrong? I asked as we marched to the music. Then I caught on. Hey, it's okay. I don't like him better than you, I said. Really? Asked Draco sensitively, and he put his arm around me, all protective. Really? I said. Besides, I don't even know Joel, and he's going out with Hillary Duff. I fucking hate that little bitch, I said disgustedly, thinking of her ugly blonde face. Wow, what the hell is this? That's a lot of hate. The night went on really well, and I had a great time. So did Draco. After the concert, we drank some beer and asked Benji and Joel for their autographs and photos with them. We got GC concert tees. Draco and I crawled back into the Mercedes-Benz, but Draco didn't go back into Hogwarts. Instead, he drove the car into the Forbidden Forest. Oh no. Chapter 4. Draco, I shouted. What the do you think you were doing? Draco didn't answer, but he stopped the flying car, and he walked out of it. I walked out of it too, curiously. What the fucking hell? I asked angrily. Ebony? He asked. What? I snapped. Draco leaned in extra close, and I looked into his gothic red eyes. He was wearing color contacts, which revealed so much depressing sorrow and evilness. And then suddenly, I didn't feel mad anymore. And then suddenly... And then suddenly, just as Draco kissed me passionately. Okay, that's a grammar mistake. Draco climbed on top of me, and we started to make out keenly against the tree. He took off my top, and I took off his clothes. I even took off my bra. This is too much. Then he put his thingy into my you-know-what. We did it for the first time. I can't. Oh! I screamed. I was beginning to get an orgasm. We started to kiss everywhere, and my pale body became all warm, and then... What the hell are you doing, you motherfuckers? It was Dumbledore! This is so stupid. Dumbledore made Draco and I follow him. He kept shouting at us angrily. You ludicrous fools! He shouted. I started to cry tears of blood down my pallid face. Draco comforted me. When we went back to the castle, Dumbledore took us to Professor Snape and Professor McGonagall, who were both looking very angry. They were having sexual intercourse in the Forbidden Forest! he yelled in a furious voice. Why did you do such a thing, you mediocre dunces? Asked Professor McGonagall. How dare you? Demanded Professor Snape, and then Draco shrieked, because I love her. Everyone was quiet. Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall still looked mad. But Professor Snape said, fine, very well. You may go up to your rooms. What? Why is the teacher being like, all right, students, go fuck? Draco and I went upstairs while the teachers glared at us. Are you okay, Ebony? Draco asked me gently. Yeah, I guess. I lied. I went to the girls' dorm and brushed my teeth and my hair and changed into a low-cut black floor-length dress with red lace all around it and black high heels. When I came out, Draco was standing in front of the bathroom and he started to sing, I Just Want to Live by Good Charlotte. I was so flattered, even though he wasn't supposed to be there. We hugged and kissed. After that, we said goodnight, and he reluctantly went back into his room. The next day, I woke up in my coffin. I put on a black miniskirt that was all ripped around the end, and a matching top with red skulls all over it, and high-heeled boots that were black. I put on 2 pairs of skull earrings and 2 crosses in my ears. I spray-painted my hair with purple. In the Great Hall, I ate some Count Chocula cereal with blood instead of milk and a glass of red blood. What the This shit is Diabolic Lovers, like, at this point. What? Suddenly, someone bumped into me. All the blood spilled over my top. Bastard! I shouted angrily. I regretted saying it when I looked up because I was looking into the pale white face of a gothic boy with spiky black hair and red streaks in it. He was wearing so much eyeliner that I was going down his face, and he was wearing black lipstick. He didn't have glasses anymore, and now he was wearing red contact lenses just like Draco's, and there was no scar on his forehead anymore. He had a manly stubble on his chin. He had a sexy English accent. He looked exactly like Joel Madden. He was so sexy that my body went all hot when I saw him, kind of like an... What? He was so sexy that my body went all hot when I saw him, kind of like an erection, only I'm a girl, so I didn't get one, you sicko. This is unreal. I'm so sorry, he said in a shy voice. That's all right. What's your name? I questioned. My name is Harry Potter, although most people call me Vampire these days. He grumbled. Why? I exclaimed. Because I love the taste of human blood, he giggled. Well, I am a vampire, I confessed. Really? He whimpered. Yeah, I roared. We sat down to talk for a while. Then Draco came up behind me and told me he had a surprise for me. So I went away with him. Draco and I held our pale white hands with black nail polish as we went upstairs. I was wearing red Satanist sings on my nails and red nail polish. I waved to Vampire. Dark misery was in his depressed eyes. I guess he was jealous of me that I was going out with Draco. Anyway, I went upstairs excitedly with Draco. We went into his room and locked the door. Then we started Frenching passionately, and we took off each other's clothes enthusiastically. He felt me up before I took off my top. Then I took off my black leather bra, and he took off his pants. We went on the bed and started making out naked. and then he put his boy's thingy in mine, and we had sex. I can't believe this exists, guys. What am I reading? Oh, Draco, I screamed while getting an orgasm when all of a sudden I saw a tattoo that I had never seen before on Draco's arm. It was a black heart with an arrow through it. On it, in bloody gothic writing, was the word vampire. I was so angry. You bastard! I shouted angrily, jumping out of the bed. No, but you don't understand, Draco pleaded. But I knew too much. No, you fucking idiot! I shouted. You probably have AIDS anyway. What? I put on my clothes all huffily and then stomped out. Draco ran out even though he was naked. He had a really big, you know what, but I was too mad to care. I stomped out and did so until I was in Vampire's classroom where he was having a lesson with Professor Snape and some other people. Vampire Potter, you motherfucker! I yelled. Everyone in the class stared at me, and then Draco came into the room, even though he was naked, and started begging me to take him back. Ebony, it's not what you think, Draco screamed sadly. My friend Bloody Mary Smith smiled at me understatedly. She flipped her long, waist-length gothic black hair and opened her crimson eyes like blood that she was wearing contact lenses on. She had pale white skin that she was wearing white makeup on. Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Her real parents are vampires, and one of them is a witch, but Voldemort killed her mother, and her father committed because he was depressed about it. Jesus Christ. She still has nightmares about it, and she is very haunted and depressed. It also turns out her real last name is Smith and not Granger. Hermione Smith? Shut the fuck up. So stupid. Since she has converted to Satanism, she is in Slytherin now, not Gryffindor. Guys, what? The romanticization of these self-harm actions is kind of insane. It is the most 2010s Tumblr-coded thing I have ever read in my life. What is it that you desire, you ridiculous dimwits? Snape demanded angrily in his cold voice, but I ignored him. Vampire! I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco! I shouted at him. Everyone gasped. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. What? Wait, what? Wait, what is going on? I'm gonna read this out loud, but it doesn't make any sense. Okay. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. I had gone out with Vampire. I'm bi, and so is Ebony, for a while. But then he broke my heart. He dumped me because he liked Brittany, a stupid preppy fucker. We were just good friends now. He had gone through horrible problems, and now he was gothic. But I'm not going out with Draco anymore, said Vampire. Yeah, fucking right. Off, you bastard, I screamed. I ran out of the room and into the Forbidden Forest where I had lost my virginity to Draco, and then I started to burst into tears. I was so mad and sad. I couldn't believe Draco for cheating on me. I began to cry against the tree where I did it with Draco. Then all of a suddenly, a horrible man with red eyes and no nose and everything started flying towards me on a broomstick. He didn't have a nose, basically like Voldemort in the movie, and he was wearing all black, but it was obvious he wasn't gothic. It was Voldemort! No! I shouted in a scared voice, but then Voldemort shouted, Imperious! And I couldn't run away. Crookshanks! I shouted at him. Voldemort fell off his broom and started to scream. I felt bad for him, even though I'm a sadist. Even though I'm a sadist, so I stopped. Ebony! He yelled, Thou must kill Vampire Potter! I thought about Vampire and his sexy eyes and his gothic black hair and how his face looks just like Joel Madden. I remembered that Draco had said I didn't understand. So I thought, what if Draco went out with Vampire before I went out with him and they broke up? No, Voldemort! I shouted back. Voldemort gave me a gun? What? Are we in America all of a sudden? No, please! I begged. Thou must, he yelled. If thou dost not, then I shall kill thy beloved Draco. How did you know? I asked in a surprised way. Oh my god, oh no. Oh, I can't say that word. Voldemort got a dude, you're so, look on his face. I have telekinesis, he answered cruelly. And if you do not kill Vampire, then thou will know what will happen to Draco, he shouted. Then he flew away angrily on his broomstick. I was so scared and mad, I didn't know what to do. Suddenly, Draco came into the woods. Draco, I said. Hi. Hi. He said back, but his face was all sad. He was wearing white foundation and messy eyeliner, kind of like a pentagram. Are you okay? I asked. No. He answered, I'm sorry I got all mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me. I expelled. The emotional stability of a goddamn middle schooler, bro. Holy shit. That's okay. He said all depressed, and we went back into Hogwarts together making out. I was really scared about Voldemort all day. I was even upset. Went to rehearsals with my gothic metal band, Bloody Gothic Rose 666. What a shitty band name. I'm sorry. Bloody Gothic Rose 666? Why don't you suck my ass instead? I am the lead singer of it, and I play guitar. People say that we sound like a cross between GC, Slipknot, and MCR. The other people in the band are Bloody Mary, Vampire, Draco, Ron, although we call him Diablo now. He has black hair now with blue streaks in it. And Hagrid. Fucking Hagrid. I'm sorry. Hagrid in a metal band. You're a wizard, Harry. This is such a stupid fucking story, dude. Only today, Draco and Vampire were depressed, so they weren't coming, and we wrote songs instead. I knew Draco was probably— Oh my god. Can you stop with this? Oh my god. I knew Draco was probably his wrists. He wouldn't die because he was a vampire too, and the only way you can kill a vampire is with a CROSS
S. There's no way I'm writing that. Or a steak.
What? Like a piece of beef? Steak?
And Vampire was probably watching a depressing movie like The Corpse Bride. I put on a black leather shirt that showed off my boobs and tiny matching miniskirt that said simple plan on the butt. You might think I'm a slut, but I'm really not.
Jesus Christ.
We were singing a cover of Helena, and at the end of the song, I suddenly burst into tears. Ebony, are you okay? Bloody Mary asked in a concerned voice. What the fuck do you think? I asked angrily, and then I said, well, Voldemort came in the bastard, told me to kill Harry, but I don't want to kill him because he's really nice, even if he did go out with Draco. But if I don't kill Harry, then Voldemort will kill Draco. I burst into tears. Suddenly, Draco jumped out from behind a wall.
Why didn't you tell me?
He shouted.
How could you? You fucking poser muggle bitch.
I started to cry and cry. Draco started to cry too, all sensitive. Then he ran out crying. We practiced for 1 more hour. Then suddenly, Dumbledore walked in angrily. His eyes were all fiery, and I knew this time it wasn't because he had a headache.
What have you done?
He started to cry wisely.
Oh my god.
Ebony, Draco has been found in his room.
Oh my god. He self-deleted. I'm not gonna read that out loud.
No! I screamed. I was horrified. Bloody Mary tried to comfort me, but I told her to fuck off, and I ran to my room, crying myself. Dumbledore chased after me, shouting, but he had to stop when I went into my room, because he would look like a perv that way. Anyway, I started crying tears of blood. Then
Oh my god.
both of my
Can we stop with this shit?
They got all over my clothes, so I took them off and jumped into the bath angrily while I put on a Linkin Park song at full volume. I grabbed a steak and almost stuck it into my heart to commit suicide.
Oh, so by steak, they mean like a fucking steak, like S-T-A-K-E. Not a steak like a well-done steak. You're spelling steak wrong, you idiot. I tried to stab myself with a piece of beef. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing, but the spelling mistakes killed me. I'm sorry.
I was so f***ing depressed. I got out of the bathtub and put on a black low-cut dress with lace all over it, sadly. I put on black high heels with pink metal stuff on the ends and 6 pairs of skull earrings. I couldn't fucking believe it. Then I looked out the window and screamed. Snape was spying on me, and he was taking a videotape of me and
What? And Lupin was to it? Wait, what? What the fuck is what?
They were sitting on their broomsticks. Ew, you f***ing pervs! Stop looking at me naked! Are you PDF files or what? I screamed, putting on a black towel with a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. Suddenly, Vampire ran in.
Avada Kedavra!
He yelled at Snape and Lupin, pointing his
womb? His womb! His wand or womb? What? What?
I took my gun and shot Snape and Lupin a gazillion times, and they both started screaming, and the camera broke. Suddenly, Dumbledore ran in.
Ebony, it has been revealed that someone has... No!
He shouted, looking at Snape and Lupin, and then he waved his wand, and suddenly, Hagrid ran outside on his broom and said,
Everyone, we need to talk!
What do you know, Hagrid? You're just a little Hogwarts student.
I may be a Hogwarts student,
Hagrid paused angrily.
but I am also a Satanist. What? This cannot be.
Snape said in a crisp voice as blood dripped from his hand where Dumbledore's wand had shot him.
There must be other factors.
You don't have any, I yelled madly. Lupin held up the camera triumphantly.
The lens may be ruined, but the tape is still there.
I felt faint, more than I normally do, like how it feels when you do not drink enough blood.
Why are you doing this?
Lupin said angrily while he rubbed his dirty hands in his cloak. And then I heard the words that I had heard before, but not from him. I did not know whether to feel shocked and happy or to bite him and drink his blood because I felt faint.
Because
Hagrid said, and he paused in the air dramatically, waving his hand in the air. Then swooped he in, singing to the tune of a gothic version of a song by 50 Cent.
What? Because you're gothic?
Snape asked in a little afraid voice, because he was afraid it meant he was connected with Satan.
Because I love her! What? Are you saying Hagrid is also in love with the main character? What is going on? Chapter 12, author's note. Stop flaming, okay? Hagrid is a p***o too. Wow, good fucking start. A lot of people in American schools are like that. What?
I was about to
oh my god. I can't even get started on this without... by the way, heads up, there's just a lot of really disgusting stuff in this story that it tends to romanticize and normalize. Viewer discretion is advised, okay?
I was about to my ribs again with the silver knife that
Drago? Who the fuck is Drago?
had given me in case anything happened to him. He had told me to use it valiantly against an enemy, but I knew that we must both go together.
No!
I thought it was Hagrid, but it was Vampire. He started to scream.
Oh my fucking god! No! My scar hurts!
And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. I stopped. How did you know?
What is going on? I saw it, and my scar turned back into the lightning bolt.
No, I ran up closer. I thought you didn't have a scar anymore. I shouted.
I do, but Diablo changed it into a pentagram for me, and I always cover it up with foundation.
He said back.
Anyway, my scar hurt, and it turned back into the lightning bolt. Save me! Then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. Voldemort has him hostage. Wait. I'm sorry. I read it wrong. Voldemort has him bondage. Sorry. I forgot what fucking fan fiction I'm reading.
Anyway, I was in the school nurse's office now, recovering from my injuries.
Snap. Severus Snap. Girl, didn't even fucking read over your chapter before you posted this shit?
Snap and Lupin and Hagrid were there too. They were going to St. Mungo's after they recovered because they were PDF files, and you can't have those pervs teaching in a school with lots of hot girls.
Okay.
Dumbledore had confiscated the video camera they took of me naked. I put up my middle finger at them. Anyway, Hagrid came into my hospital bed, holding a bouquet of pink roses.
Ebony, I need to tell you something.
He said in a very serious voice, giving me the roses. Fuck off, I told him. You know, I f***ing hate the color pink anyway, and I don't like f***ed up preps like you. I snapped. Hagrid had been mean to me before for being gothic.
God damn it, Hagrid, you shit.
No, Ebony.
Hagrid says,
Those are not roses.
what? Are they goths too? You poser prep? I asked because I was angry that he had brought me pink roses.
Hey, pink is a good color. What the bitch? My entire channel is pink, okay? I'm no prep. I'm a goth just like you.
I saved your life.
He yelled angrily. No, you didn't, I replied. You saved me from getting a Paris Hilton video made from your shower scene and being viewed by Snap and Lupin, who
Masturbated. What is going on? Who masturbated? Okay.
To it, he added silently.
Okay, what is this sentence? I don't even understand this sentence. I can't even understand it. I don't even know what the fuck you're trying to say here. I'm sorry.
Whatever, I yelled angrily. He pointed his wand at the pink roses.
These are roses.
He suddenly looked at them with an evil look in his eye and muttered,
Well, if you wanted honesty, that's all you had to say.
that's not a spell, that's an MCR song. I corrected him wisely.
I know. I was just warming up my vocal cords.
Then he screamed,
Petulous Marengo, be cremly.
what?
Cremically Romaccio.
For all you cool gothic MCR fans out there, that's a tribute. Specifically for Raven. I love you, girl.
Imonoto Okayo.
And then the roses turned into a huge black flame floating in the middle of the air. And it was black. Now, I knew he wasn't a prep. Okay, I believe you now. Where the fuck is Draco? Hagrid rolled his eyes. I looked into the balls of flame, but I could see nothing.
You see, Ebony?
Dumbledore said, watching the two of us watching the flame.
To see what is in the flames, you must find yourself first, okay? I have found myself, okay, you mean old man?
Hagrid yelled. Dumbledore looked shocked. I guess he didn't have a headache or else he would have said something back. Hagrid stormed off back into his bed.
You are a liar, Professor Dumbledore.
Anyway, when I got better, I went upstairs and put on a black leather mini dress that was all ripped on the ends with lace on it. There was some corset stuff on the front. Then I put on black fishnets and black high-heeled boots with pictures of Billy Joe Armstrong on them. I put my hair all out around me, so I looked like Samara from The Ring. If you don't know who she is, you're a prep, so fuck off.
I can't. It just gets more and more stupid. I can't.
And I put on blood red lipstick, black eyeliner, and black lip gloss.
Oh no! The next line. Sorry, the next line. You look kawaii, girl.
Bloody Mary said sadly. Fangs, You do too, I said sadly too, but I was still upset.
Oh my god. Can we stop doing this every fucking time?
I slit both of my wrists, feeling totally depressed, and I sucked all the blood. I cried again in my bathroom and put the shades on so Snape and Lupin couldn't spy on me this time. I went to some classes. Vampire was in the care of magic creatures.
Magical magic creatures. Okay.
He looked all depressed because Draco had disappeared, and he used to be in love with Draco. He was sucking some blood from a Hufflepuff.
Hi.
He said in a depressed way. I back, I said in an equally sad way. We both looked at each other for some time. Harry had beautiful red gothic eyes, so much like Draco's. Then we jumped on each other and started screwing each other.
Stop it now, you horny simpletons!
Shouted Professor McGonagall, who was watching us, and so was everyone else.
Y'all started in the middle of class? This is some school days level depraved. What is going on here?
Vampire, you fucker, I said, slapping him. Stop trying to screw me. You know I love Draco, I shouted, and then I ran away angrily.
Wait, you guys jumped on each other, right? Why is she... Bro, the emotional stability of a goddamn... I can't deal with this. I feel like I'm back in middle school and like on Tumblr. I mean, I wasn't on Tumblr in middle school, okay? But it just feels like the shit, I don't know. It just feels like I'm being taken back to a different time period of the internet. This is a time capsule.
Just then, he started to scream,
Oh my fucking god, no! My scar hurts!
and then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. No! I ran up closer. I thought you didn't have a scar anymore, I shouted.
I do, but Diablo changed it into a pentagram for me. Wait, didn't he already say this? Didn't you guys already talk about this like in the beginning of the fucking chapter? And I always cover it over foundation.
He said back.
Anyway, my scar hurt, and then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. Voldemort had him bondage. Oh my god. Girl just copy pasted the same dialogue from the beginning of the chapter at the end and didn't think we'd remember? What is going on here? Chapter 13. Author's note. Raven, thanks for helping me again. Is that supposed to be like a pun for thanks? Oh my god. Thank you very much. Get it? Because I'm a vampire. Raven, thanks for helping me again. I'm sorry I took your poster of Gerard, but that guy is such a fucking sex bomb! Prep, stop flaming!
Vampire and I ran up the stairs looking for Dumbledore. We were so scared.
Dumbledore?
We both yelled. Dumbledore came there.
What is it that you want now, you despicable snobs?
He asked angrily.
Voldemort has Draco.
We shouted at the same time. He laughed in an evil voice.
No, don't. We need to save Draco.
We begged.
No!
He said meanly.
I don't give a darn what Voldemort does to Draco. Not after how much he misbehaved in school, especially with you, Ebony.
He said while he frowned, looking at me.
Besides, I never liked him that much anyway.
Jesus.
Then he walked away. Vampire started crying.
My Draco.
He moaned.
Author's note. Don't you think gay guys are like so hot? Oh my god. Yeah, let's just fetishize an entire community of people. Jesus. Again, I feel like I'm back in 2010.
It's okay. I tried to tell him, but that didn't stop him. He started to cry tears of blood. Then he had a brainstorm.
I had an idea.
He exclaimed. What? I asked him.
You'll see.
He said. He took out his wand and did a spell. Then suddenly, we were in Voldemort's lair.
Okay.
We ran in with our wands out, just as we heard a croon voice say,
Avada Kedavra.
it was Voldemort.
Chapter 14. Oh my god, there's a warning. Warning. Some of this chapter is extremely scary. Viewer discretion advised. Okay.
We ran to where Voldemort was. It turned out that Voldemort wasn't there. Instead, the fat guy who killed Cedric was. Draco was there crying tears of blood. Snaketail was torturing him. Vampire and I ran in front of Snaketail.
Read my sight, you despicable preps.
He shouted as we started shooting him with the gun. He looked at me.
Okay, he then suddenly looked at me.
He looked at me and he fell down with a lovey-dovey look in his eyes.
Okay, I have to read this really fast. Oh my god. Ebony, I love. Oh, this is so tough. Ebony, I love you. Will you have sex with me? Did you get that? Ebony, I love you. Will you have sex with me? He said. Author's note: in this, he is 16 years old, so he's not a PDF file. Okay. Thank you for clarifying. Ebony, I love you. Will you have sex with me?
Asked Snaketail. I started laughing crudely. What the fuck? You torture my boyfriend and then you expect me to fuck you? God, you are so f***ed up, you f***ing bastard! I said angrily. Then I stabbed him in the heart. Blood poured out of it like a fountain. He screamed. He started screaming and running around. Then he fell down and died. I burst into tears sadly.
Snaketail, what art thou doing?
Called Voldemort. Then he started coming.
Oh, coming towards us, not like, okay, oh my god.
We could hear his high heels clacking to us, so we got on our broomsticks and we flew to Hogwarts. We went to my room. Vampire went away. There, I started crying.
What's wrong, honey?
Said Draco, taking off his clothes so we could screw.
Wait, what? They got Draco back? Okay.
He had a sex pack. Get it? Because he's so sexy.
This is so dumb.
And a really huge you-know-what and everything. It's so unfair. I yielded. Why can't I just be ugly or play like all the other girls in preps here? Except for Bloody Mary, because she's not ugly or anything.
I admire her confidence in herself. Let's put it that way.
Why would you want to be ugly? I don't like the preps anyway. They are such fucking sluts.
Oh my god.
Answered Draco. Yeah, but everyone is in love with me. Like Snape and Lupin took a video of me naked. Hagrid says he's in love with me. Vampire likes me. And now even Snaketail is in love with me. I just want to be with you, okay, Draco? Why couldn't Satan have made me less beautiful? I shouted angrily.
Author's note, don't worry. Ebony isn't a snob or anything, but a lot of people have told her that she's pretty. Got you. But she's not a Mary Sue, I swear.
I'm good at too many things. Why can't I just be normal? It's a fucking curse, I shouted, and then I ran away.
I love this so much. It's so dumb. This is a completely random off-topic tangent, but just reading Cedric's name reminded me. So in Harry Potter, you know, if you don't remember, there's a character named Cedric Diggory who in the fourth movie, spoiler alert, he dies. He's killed in the fourth movie. And during a time when the fourth movie was like the last one that came out, I wanted to find if there were leaks of future death scenes of characters that would die in future books. And then I found a video on YouTube that was like, oh, every single Harry Potter death scene from books 5 to 7, as if the movies were leaked or something. And so I clicked on it, and I'm young and stupid, so I'm like, oh my god, I'm so excited to watch this. I don't know what the fuck I was expecting, right? But it starts with Cedric Diggory, and it shows Cedric Diggory's death scene, and then it's just like a slow-mo of him flipping over whatever you see on screen right now. And then it would show the next name, and then it was like a name from book 5, which wasn't a movie at the time. So I was like, oh, I'm excited to see this. And then and then for every single other character after that, this motherfucker literally reused the same slowed down death scene of Cedric Diggory for every character in the series. So after that, it was like Hedwig, and then it would show Cedric Diggory just fucking dying, and then like Severus Snape, and it's just fucking Cedric Diggory dying again. I don't know. I'm sorry. I remember that, and I'm like, that is so fucking stupid that I believed that like someone could show leaks. What was I thinking? Sorry. Anyway, chapter 15.
Ebony!
Shouted Draco sadly.
No, please come back.
But I was too mad. Whatever. Now you can go and have sex with Vampire, I shouted. I stormed into my room and closed my black door with my blood red key. It had a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. He looked so sexy in a way that reminded me of Draco and Vampire. I started to cry and weep.
Oh my god, again.
I started to do self-harm stuff. I drank the blood all depressed. Then I looked at my black GC watch and noticed it was time to go to biology class. I put on a short, ripped black gothic dress.
God, are we doing this again?
That said anarchy on the front in blood red letters and was all ripped in a spiky belt. Under that, I put on ripped black fishnets and boots that said Joel all over them with blood red letters. I put my ebony black hair out. Anyway, I went downstairs feeling all sad and depressed as usual. I did some advanced biology work. I was turning a bloody pentagram into a black guitar. Suddenly, the guitar turned to Draco.
What? He's a shapeshifter?
Ebony, I love you.
He shouted sadly.
I don't care what those preps and posers think. You're the most beautiful girl in the world. Before I met you, I used to want to commit. Oh my god. I used to want to die all the time. Now I just want to be with you. I fucking love you.
Then he starts to sing The Chronicles of Life and Death. We considered it our song now because we fell in love when Joel was singing it right in front of the entire class. His singing voice was so amazing and gothic and sexy, like a cross between Gerard, Joel, Chester, Pierre, and Marilyn Manson.
Author's note. Don't you think those guys are so hot? If you don't know who they are, get the fuck out of here.
Oh my f***ing God, I said after he was finished. The f***ing preps stared at us, but I just stuck up my middle fingers that were covered in black nail polish and were entwined with the Dracos now at them. I love you, I said, and then we start to kiss just like Hilary Duff. I fucking hate that bitch. And CMM in a Cinderella story. Then we went away holding hands. Lupin shouted at us, but he stopped because everyone was clapping by how sexy we looked together. Then I saw a poster saying that MCR would have a concert in Hogsmeade. Right then, we looked at each other all shocked, and then we went together.
R/that happened. Chapter 16.
We ran happily to Hogsmeade. There, we saw the stage where Good Charlotte had played. We ran in happily. My Chemical Romance were playing Helena. I was so fucking happy. Gerard looked even sexier than he did in the pictures. Even Draco thought so. I could totally see him getting an erection. But it didn't matter because I knew now. I knew now.
Not I knew no. These spelling mistakes are gonna drive me fucking crazy. Anyway.
I knew now that we were the only true ones for each other. I was wearing a black leather mini dress and black leather platinum boots with red ripped fishnets. Draco was wearing a black baggy MCR t-shirt and black baggy pants. Anyway, we started moshing to Helena. We Frenched. We ran up to the front of the band to stage dive. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the others. We gasped. It wasn't them at all. It was Voldemort and the Death Eaters. What the fuck, Draco? I'm not going to a concert with you. I shouted angrily. Not after what happened to me last time. Even if it's MCR, and you know how much I like them.
What? Cause we,
I got uncomfortable because guys don't like to talk about you know what. Yeah, because I yielded in an angry voice.
we won't do that again.
Draco promised.
This time, we're going with an escort.
OMFG WTF. Are you giving in to the mainstream? I asked. So I guess you're a prep or a Christian or what now?
What?
No,
He muttered loudly. Are you becoming a prep or what? I shouted angrily.
Ebony, I'm not. Please come with me.
He fell down to his knees and started singing The World is Black by GC to me. I was flattered because that's not even a single. He had memorized the lyrics just for me. Okay, then I guess I will have to, I said. And then we Frenched for a while and I went up to my room.
Oh no. I see Japanese in the future. I'm gonna cry.
Bloody Mary was standing there. Hajime mashite, girl! She said happily. She speaks Japanese. So do I. That means, how do you do in Japanese?
Okay. On a side note, that's not even what that means. Hajime mashite means like nice to meet you when you're meeting them for the first time. What are you even talking about?
BTW, Willow, that fucking poser, got expelled. She failed all her classes and she skipped math.
Author's note. Raven, you f***ing suck. F*** you. What happened between the author and Raven? Oh my god, the drama.
It serves that fucking bitch right, I laughed angrily. Well, anyway, we were all feeling depressed.
Sorry,
We were feeling all depressed.
I can't believe these. I'm gonna lose my mind.
We watched some gothic moves like The Nightmare Before Christmas. Maybe Willow will die too, I said.
Kawaii!
Bloody Mary shook her head energetically.
No one fucking says that. No one just responds with kawaii. I'm gonna start saying that. Like when people say something to me, like just the regular sentence, I'll be like, kawaii, instead of like, yeah.
Oh yeah, I have a confession. After she got expelled, I murdered her and then Lupin did it
What the fuck?
with her because he's a neophiliac.
I think that word is necrophiliac.
Kawaii, I commented happily.
I hate my life. That is so cringe. No, a neophiliac is someone who has a strong love for or is exceptionally enthusiastic about anything new, novel, or innovative. So like people at Apple, you know, every time they present the next number of iPhone, I'm sure they get fucking hard as hell and they start like coming behind the stage.
We talked to each other in silence for the rest of the movie.
Editor's note, talk to each other in silence. I don't know.
Oh, hey, by the way, I'm going to a concert with Draco tonight in Hogsmeade with MCR. I said.
Wait, what? Didn't you already go to the concert? Don't question this. You know, whatever.
I need to wear like the hottest outfit ever. Bloody Mary nodded energetically. OMFG, totally. Let's go shopping. In Hot Topic, right? I asked, already getting out my special Hot Topic loyalty card. No, my head snapped up. What? My head spun. I could not believe it. Bloody Mary, are you a prep? No, she laughed. I found some cool gothic stores near Hogwarts, that's all. Who told you about them, I asked. Sure, it will be Draco or Diablo or Vampire. Don't even say that name to me. Or me. Dumbledore, she said. Let's just call our brooms. Oh my fucking god, Dumbledore? I asked quietly. Yeah, I saw the map for Hogsmeade on his desk, she told me. Come on, let's go. We were going in a few punk goth stores, especially for the concerts in Hogsmeade. The salesperson was, oh my god, hotter than Gerard, except not, because that's impossible. And he gave me a few dresses.
We only have these for the real goths.
The real goths? Me and Bloody Mary asked.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many posers there are in this town, man. Yesterday, Lupin and Snape tried to buy a gothic camera pouch.
He shook his head.
I didn't even know they had a camera.
Oh my fucking god, no! They're gonna spy on me again! I cried, running out of the changing room, wearing a long black dress with lots of red tulle coming out and very low cut with a huge slit.
Oh my Satan, you have to buy that outfit.
The salesperson said. Yeah, it looks totally hot, said Bloody Mary.
You know what? I am gonna give it to you free because you look really hot in that outfit. Hey, are you gonna be at the concert tonight?
He asked. Yeah, I am actually. I looked back at him. Hey, by the way, my name is Ebony Darkness Dementia Taraway. What's yours?
Tom Ridd.
He said, and ran a hand through his black dyed hair.
Maybe I'll see you there tonight.
Yeah, I don't think so because I'm going there with my boyfriend Draco, you sick perv! I yelled angrily, but before he could beg me to go with him, Hagrid flew in on his black broom looking worried.
Oh my fucking god, Ebony! You need to get back into the castle now!
Chapter 17. These chapters are getting really long.
Tom Riddle gave us some clothes and stuff for free. He said he would help us with makeup if we wanted because he was really into fashion and stuff. He's bisexual.
You don't have to be you don't have to be like some type of gay to be into fashion, girl. 2010s.
Hagrid kept shooting at us to come back to Hogwarts. WTF, Hagrid! I shouted angrily. F*** off, you Well, anyway, Willow came. Hagrid went away angrily.
Who the f is Willow again? Okay, I think Willow's a new character. I don't know who she is, or maybe I'm forgetting.
Hey, bitch, you look kawaii! She said. Yeah, but not as kawaii as you, I answered sadly. Because Willow's really pretty and everything. She was wearing a short black corset thingy with blood red lace on it and a black blood red miniskirt, leather fishnets, and black pointy boots that showed off how pale she was. She had a really nice body with big boobs and everything. She was thin enough to be anorexic.
Okay, chill out.
So, are you going to the concert with Draco? She asked. Yeah, I said happily. I'm going with Diablo, she answered happily. Well, anyway, Draco and Diablo came. They were both looking extremely hot and sexy, and you could tell they thought we were too. Diablo was wearing a black t-shirt that said 666 on it. He was wearing tons of makeup, just like Marilyn Manson. Draco was wearing black leather pants, a gothic black GC t-shirt, and black Vans he got from the Warped Tower. Bloody Mary was going to the concert with Dracula. Dracula used to be called Navel, but it turned out that he was kidnapped at birth, and his real family were vampires. They died in a car crash. Navel converted to Satanism, and he went goth. He wasn't Slytherin now.
I don't know what's going on.
He was wearing a black warped t-shirt, black jeans and shoes, and black hair with red streaks in it. We call him Dracula now. Well, anyway, we all went to Draco's black Mercy Benz that his dad Lucius gave him. We did pot, coke, and crack.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Draco and I made out. We made fun of those stupid fucking preps. We soon got there. I gasped. Gerard was the sexiest guy ever. He looked even sexier than he did in pics.
I feel like I'm having deja vu. Is anyone else going crazy? I'm literally reading through this and I feel like the same fucking thing is happening over and over again.
He had long raven black hair and piercing blue eyes. He was really skinny and he had an amazing
Ethnic voice? What?
We watched the Helena and some other songs. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask.
Wait, what?
So did the other members. I gasped. It wasn't Gerard at all. It was an ugly, preppy man with no nose and red eyes. Everyone ran away, but me and Draco and I...
What?
Draco and I came. It was Voldemort and the Death Eaters.
Wait, again? I'm so fucking confused. Am I going crazy or is this just like the same thing happening over and over again? I'm not even gonna try to understand anymore. I'm just gonna keep reading.
You moronic idiots!
He shouted angstily.
Ebony, I told you to kill vampire. Thou had failed, and now I shall kill thou and Draco.
No, please. We begged sadly, but he took out his knife. Suddenly, a gothic old man flew in on his broomstick. He had long black hair and a long black beard. He was wearing a black robe that said Avril Lavigne on the back. He shot a spell and Voldemort ran away. It was Dumbledore.
What? Goth Dumbledore? Chapter 18.
I woke up the next day in my coffin. I walked out of it and put on some black eyeliner, black eyeshadow, blood-red lipstick, and a black, really low-cut leather dress that was all ripped and striped so you can see my belly. I was wearing a skull belly ring with black and red diamonds inside it. The night before, Draco and I went back to the skull.
Editor's note, skull means school.
Get it? Skull because I'm gothic and I like death.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Dumbledore chased Voldemort away. We flew there on our brooms. Mine was black and the broom stuff was blue-red. There was lace all over it. Draco had a black MCR broom. We went back to our rooms and we had You Know What to a Linkin Park song. Clapping, clapping my cheeks. Well, anyway, I went down to the Great Hall. There, all the walls were painted black and the tables were black too. But you could see that there was black
Paint, I'm assuming.
underneath the black pant.
Paint.
And there were posters of poser bands everywhere, like Ashley Simpson and the Backstreet Boys. What the fuck? I shouted, going to sit next to Bloody Mary and Willow. Bloody Mary was wearing a black leather mini with a good
Charlotte t-shirt, black fishnets, and black pointy boots. Willow was wearing a long gothic black dress with blood red writing that was all lacy and came up to her thighs and black boots and fishnets.
Vampire, Dracula, and Draco came. We started to talk about who was sexier, Mikey or Gerard Way or Billy Joe Armstrong. The boys joined in because they were bi.
Guys, you don't have to be bi to talk about hot men. Come on, bro. I used to main Alhaitham in Genshin, bro. Like, that man is objectively beautiful, you know? Like, I can't even... Sorry, Constellation 1 of Alhaitham owner here, okay? I don't even play that game no more, but like, you know? 2010s. I just love that she has to let us know the dude's sexuality is like that matters. Those guys are so fucking hot.
Navel was saying, as suddenly a gothic old man with a black beard and everything came. He was the same one who had chased away Voldemort yesterday. He had normal tan skin, and he was wearing white foundation, and he had dyed his hair black.
Dyed and hair are both spelled wrong. He death his rabbit black. Like, what is going on here?
Dumbledore? We all gasped. What the fuck? I shouted angrily. I thought he was just wearing that to scare Voldemort.
Hello, everyone.
He said happily.
As you can see, I gave the room a makeover. What do you think of it?
Everyone from the poser table in Gryffindor started to cheer, while we goths just looked at each other, all disgusted, and shook our heads. We couldn't believe what a poser he was.
By the way, you can call me Albert.
He called as we left to our classes.
What a fucking poser.
Draco shouted angrily as we went to Transfiguration. We were holding hands. Vampire looked really jealous. I could see him crying blood in a gothic way, but I didn't say anything.
I bet he's having a midlife crisis.
Willow shouted. I was so fucking angry.
Chapter 19. By this point, the author is begging people to please stop flaming the story. If you do, you're a fucking prep and you're jealous, okay? I cannot imagine how brutal some of these reviews must have been, dude. I hope the author is out there somewhere doing well and has grown out of some of these unhealthy ideas.
All day we sat angrily thinking about Dumbledore. We were so fucking pissed off. Well, I had one thing to look forward to, the MCR concert. It had been postponed, so we could all go. Anyway, I went to the common room, sadly, to cut classes. Draco was being all secretive. I asked what it was, and he got all mad at me and started crying, all hot and angsty.
Aren't sensitive bi guys so hot? I just don't. Okay, I'm not even gonna comment anyway.
No one fucking understands me.
He shouted angrily as his black hair went in his big blue eyes like Billy Joe in Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
I walk a lonely road.
He was wearing black baggy jeans, a black MCR t-shirt, and a black tie.
And a black dye.
Get it? Instead of tie? Because I'm gothic?
Gothic jokes!
I was wearing a black leather low-cut top with chains all over it, chains all over it, like a black leather mini, black high-held boots, and a cross belly thing. My hair was owl up in a messy, really high bun like Emily and Gong under.
Dude, the spelling in this is going to give me a fucking aneurysm, brother. Email me if you want to see the pic. I'm good.
Excuse me? What about me? I growled. But he grunted. You fucking bastard! I moaned.
No, wait, it's not what it fucking looks like.
He shouted, but it was too late. I knew what I heard. I ran to the bathroom angrily, crying. Draco banged on the door. I whipped and whipped as my bloody eyeliner.
I'm assuming she means weeped and weeped.
As my bloody eyeliner streamed down my cheeks and made cool tears down my face, like Benji in the video for girls and boys. I took out a cigarette and started to smoke pot. Suddenly, Hagrid came. He had apparated. You gave me a fucking shock! I shouted angrily, dropping my pot. What the fuck do you think you're doing in the girls' room? Only, it wasn't just Hagrid. Someone else was with him too. For a second, I wanted it to be Tom Ridd or maybe Draco, but it was Dumbledore.
Hey, I need to ask you a question.
He said, pulling out his black wannabe gothic purse.
What are you wearing to the concert?
You know who MCR is? I guessed.
No, I just saw there was a concert and a lot of goths and punks were going to.
He said.
Anyway, Draco has a surprise for you. Chapter 20.
All day I wondered what the surprise was. Meanwhile, I put on a black leather mini, a black corset with purple lace stuff all over it, and a black gothic compact boots.
God damn, just all these descriptions.
MCR were going to do the concert again since Voldemort had taken over the last one.
Oh my god.
I self-harmed while I moshed to MCR in my bedroom all night, feeling excited. Suddenly, someone knocked on the door while I was trying on some black clothes and moshing to Thank You for the Venom. I got all mad and turned it off, but secretly, I hoped inside that it was Draco so we could do it again. What the fucking hell are you doing? I shouted angrily. It was...
What?
It was Lupin.
What is this sentence? I'm not gonna read it.
Are you gonna come S.A. me or what? I yelled. I was allowed to say that because Dumbledore had told us all to be careful around him and Snape since he was a PDF file.
This is crazy. No, actually, can I borrow some condoms? Condoms? Spell check exists. The squiggly red underline should have been under that fucking word.
He growled angrily. Yeah, so you can...
Oh my god.
Yeah, so you can your 6-year-old girlfriend, huh?
Jesus Christ.
I shouted sarcastically.
Fucker!
He said, going away.
Okay.
Well, anyway, I put on some black eyeshadow, black eyeliner, and some black lipstick and white foundation. Then I gasped. Snake and Lupin were in the middle of the empty...
What?
In the middle of the empty hall, doing it, and Dobby was watching. This isn't a real story.
This is not. I refuse to believe this is fucking real, dude. I can't. Oh my god.
Oh my god, you ludicrous idiot.
They both shouted angrily when they saw me. Dobby ran away crying. They got up though. Normally, I would have been turned on. I love seeing guys do it.
Okay.
But both of them were fucking preps. BTW, Snape is moved to Gryffindor now. WTF, is that why you wanted condoms? I asked sadistically.
Only you wouldn't give them to me.
Lupin shouted angrily. Well, you should have told me, I replied.
You dimwit.
Snake began to shoot angrily, and then I took out my black camera and took a pic of them. You could see that they were naked and everything.
Well, excuse me.
They both shouted angrily.
What was that all about?
It was to blackmail you. I snarked. So now next time you see me doing it with my boyfriend, you can't f***ing rat me out, or I'll show this to Dumbledore. So fuck off, you bastards. I started to run. They chased me, but I threw my wand at them and they tripped over it.
What is this? What is this Looney Tunes-esque running as like Snake and Lupin are just chasing her without any clothes on and just they trip over her wand?
Well, anyway, I went outside and there was Vampire looking extremely hot. What the Where did Draco go? I asked him.
Ew, he's being a fucking bastard. He told me he wouldn't come.
Vampire said, shaking his head.
You want to come with me to the concert?
Then he showed me his flying car. I gasped. It was a black car. He said his dog father, Sirius Black, had given it to him. The license plate on the front said MCR 666 on it. The one on the back said Ebony on it.
Okay.
I gasped. We flew to the concert hall. MCR was there playing. Vampire and I began to make out, moshing to the music. I gasped, looking at the band. I almost had an orgasm.
Okay.
Gerard was so fucking hot. He began to sing a Helena, and a sexy, beautiful voice began to fill the hall. And then I heard some crying. I turned around and saw Draco crying in a corner.
Chapter 21.
Later, we all went into school. Draco was crying in the common room. Draco, are you okay? I asked in a gothic voice.
What is a gothic voice?
No, I'm not, you fucking bitch.
He shouted angrily. He started to run out of the...
What?
He started to run out of the place in a suicidal way. I started to cry because I was afraid he would, unalive himself.
It's okay, Ebony.
Said Vampire comfortingly.
I'll make him feel better. What are you gonna do? Suck his dick? Oh, sorry.
You mean you'll go fuck him, won't you?
See, I didn't even have to read the next line.
I shouted angrily. Then I ran to get Draco. Vampire came too.
Draco, please come.
He began to cry. Tears of blood came down his pale face. I was so turned on because I love sensitive bi guys.
If you're a homophobe, then fuck off.
And then we heard some footsteps. Vampire got out his black invisibility cloak. We both got under it. We saw the janitor, Mr. Norris, there, shouting angrily with a flashlight in his hand.
Who's there?
He shouted angrily. We saw Filch come. He went under the invisibility cloak and started to meow loudly.
Is anyone there?
Yelled Mr. Norris.
Now, fuck you, you preppy little poser son of a fucking bitch.
Vampire said under his breast.
Under his breast? Under his breath, I'm assuming.
In a disgusted way.
Excuse me, who said that?
Yelled Mr. Norris. Then he heard Filch meow.
Filch, is there anyone under the cloak?
He asked. Filch nodded, and then Vampire Frenched me. He did it as he did it just as Mr. Norris was taking off the cloak.
What the?
He yelled, but it was too late because now we were running away from him, and then we saw Draco crying and bursting into tears and slitting his...
Oh my god, again?
Outside of the school. Draco, I cried. Are you okay?
I guess so.
Draco wept. We went back to our coffins, Frenching each other. Draco...
Dude, this girl's like cheating on her boyfriend like every single second of the story, isn't she? Like, I don't... Anyway.
Draco and I decided to watch Lake Placid on a gothic red bed together. As I was about to put in the video, my eyes rolled up and I suddenly had a vision of something that was happening now. There was a knock on the door and Fudge and the Ministry of Magic walked into the school.
Chapter 22, last chapter for today. I'm like dying.
All day, everyone talked about the Ministry of Magic. Well, anyway, I woke up the next day. I was in my coffin, so I opened the door. I was wearing black lacy leather pajamas. Then I gasped. Standing in front of me were Bloody Mary, Diablo, Draco, Dracula, and Willow. I opened my crimson eyes. Willow was wearing a type...
Are we really doing this? Oh god. Willow was wearing a tight black leather top with pictures of bloody roses all over it. Under that, she wore a black poofy skirt with lace on it and black gothic boots that was attached to the top. Vampire was wearing a baggy Simple Plan t-shirt and baggy black pants and Vans. Draco was wearing a black MCR t-shirt and black jeans and a leather jacket. He looked just like Gerard Way and almost as fucking sexy. Vampire looked like Joel Madden. Bloody Mary was wearing a tight black poofy gothic dress that she had ripped so it showed all her cleavage with a white apron that said bitch and all other swear words and MCR lyrics on it, kind of like one dress I had seen Amy Lee wear once.
Darkness, who is Ginny Weasley, was there too. She was wearing a ripped gothic black dress with ripped stuff all over it and a lace up top thing and black pointy boots. So were Crab and Goyle. It turns out that Darkness Diablo, Crab and Goyle's dad, was a vampire. He deleted himself by slitting...
Oh my god. He ended his own life. He had SA'd them and stuff before too. What?
They all got so depressed that they became gothic and converted to Satanism. Oh my fucking god, I yielded as I jumped up. Why the fuck are you all here?
Ebony, something is really fucked up.
Draco said. Okay, but I need to put my fucking clothes on first. I shouted angrily.
It's all right. We have to go now, and you look kawaii anyway.
Oh god, you're so fucking beautiful, Drake.
Draco said in a sexy voice. Oh, all right, I said smiling. But you have to tell me why you're being all erected.
Erective? You mean secretive?
I will.
He said. So I just put on some black eyeliner, black lipstick, and red eyeshadow and white foundation. Then I came. We all went outside the great hall and looked in from a window.
Looked in from a window.
A fucking prep called Brittany from Gryffindor was standing next to us. She was wearing a pink beanie and a Hilary Duff t-shirt, so we put up our middle fingers at her. Inside the great hall, we could see Dumbledore. Cornelius Fudge was there shouting at Dumbledore. Doris Umbridge.
You mean Dolores Umbridge? Girl, you can't even spell the characters' names right?
Dolores Umbridge was there too.
Oh god, I need a voice for Dolores Umbridge.
This cannot be!
She shouted angrily.
The school must be closed! The Dark Lord is planning to kill the students!
Yelled Cornelius Fudge.
You are not fit to be the principal any longer!
Yelled Umbridge.
You are too old and your Alzheimer's is dangerous!
Oh my god.
You must retire or Voldemort will kill your students!
Very well,
Dumbledore said angrily.
but we cannot do this. We can't close the school. There is only one person who is capable of killing Voldemort, and she is in the school. And her name is Ebony, Darkness, Dementia, Raven Way.
Draco, Crab, Goyle, Darkness, Willow, Vampire, and Bloody Mary looked at each other. I gasped.
So I keep seeing comments of people telling me this is from the 2000s and not the 2010s. I'm sorry, okay? I formally apologize for my mistakes. I didn't really go on the internet too much until the 2010s, so I think that's just my reference point, okay? Chapter 23. Author's note. Shut the fuck up, bitches! You're just jealous because I got 10,000 reviews. God damn. How many of those were positive, you think?
The door opened and Professor Umbridge and Cornelius Fudge stomped out angrily. Then Dumbledore and Umbridge saw us.
Miss May? Miss May? What the beep are you doing?
Umbridge shouted angrily.
Oh, so now you're censoring it? You said fuck like 800,000 times so far in this story. Now you're censoring yourself? Anyway, sorry.
Dumbledore glared at her.
Oops, she made a mistake.
He corrected her.
She means, hi everybody, come in.
Well, we all came in angrily. So did all the other students. I sat between Darkness and Draco and opposite Bloody Mary. Crab and Goyle started to make some morbid jokes. They both looked exactly like...
What the heck is this? Ville Voyo? Ville Voyo? Okay, so first off, his name is Ville V-A? Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. Valo. V-A-L-O. V-O-L-L-O? Dude, you dumb bitch. I'm sorry. If you're gonna be a fan of something, at least know how to spell it, right? Am I crazy?
Oh, I'm a big fan of Honkai Star Rail.
And then you spell Honkai Star Rail like H-O-K-N-R-E S-O-R-E. Okay, it's not that bad, but like, what is this?
I ate some Count Chocula and drank some blood from a cup. Then I heard someone shooting angrily. I looked behind me. It was Vampire.
Oh, what is this sentence?
He and Draco were shooting at each other.
What does that even mean? What do you mean shouting? You mean shouting? Is that what you're trying to say? Oh my god. This entire time, I didn't know what the hell she meant when she said shooting at each other. These spelling mistakes. I'm going to die. I'm actually going to die. I thought they were like, I thought they were doing shots on each other.
Vampire, Draco, what the f? I asked.
You bastard!
Oh my god.
You fucking bastard!
Yell Draco at Vampire?
I want to sit next to her.
No, I do. Shouted. Grammar has left the fucking planet, okay, at this point. What are we doing?
No, she doesn't fucking like you, you son of a bitch.
Yelled Draco.
No, f you, motherfucker. She loves me, not you.
Shouted Vampire. And then he jumped on Draco.
No.
No, not in that way, you perv.
Okay, thank you for clarifying.
They start to fight and beat up each other. Dumbledore yelled at them, but they didn't stop. All of a sudden, a terrible man with the red eyes and no nose flew in on his broomstick. He had no nose and was wearing a gray robe. All the glass in the window he flew through fell apart. Brittany, that fucking prep, started to cry. Vampire and Draco stopped fighting. I stopped eating. Everyone gasped. The room fell silent. Voldemort!
Oh no. Ebony,
Darth Vader said.
Darth Vader? Yo, are you on this planet? Like, are you writing? What is going on? How do you confuse your villain? How do you get your villain wrong in your own story? Thou have failed your mission. Now I shall kill thou, and I shall kill Vampire as well. If thou does not kill him before, then I shall kill Draco too.
Please, please. Don't make me kill him. Please, I begged.
No.
He laughed cruelly.
Kill him, or I shall kill him anyway.
Then he flew away, cackling. I burst into tears. Draco and Vampire came to comfort me. Suddenly, my eyes rolled up so they looked all cool and gothic. I had a vision where I saw some lightning flash and then Voldemort coming to kill Draco.
What the fuck?
While Draco is in a depressed way. No! I screamed sexily.
What does that even mean? I screamed sexily? No. I'm so sorry. That was so gross.
Suddenly, I looked up and stopped having the vision.
Ebony, are you alright?
Asked Draco in a worried voice. Yeah, I said sadly as I got up.
Everything's all right, Ebony.
Said Vampire, all sensitive. No, it's not! I shouted angrily. Tears of blood went down my face. OMFG, what if I'm getting possessed like in the ring too? It's okay, girl, said Bloody Mary. Maybe you should ask Professor Sinister about what the visions mean, though. Okay, bitch, I said sadly. And then we went.
Chapter 24.
Well, we had divination next, so I got to ask Professor Sinister about the visions.
Why does this keep happening? Konnichiwa, everyone. Please come in.
Stop, said Professor Sinister in Japanese.
Yamete kudasai. Yamete. もうやだ。もう本当にやめてください。頭痛くなるわ。
She smiled at me with her gothic black lipstick. She's the coolest fucking teacher ever. She had long, dead black hair with blood red tips and red eyes. Her mom was a vampire. She's also half Japanese. So she speaks it and everything. She and Bloody Mary get along great. She's really young for a teacher. Today, she was wearing a black leather top with red lace and a long gothic black ripped dress. We went inside the black classroom with posters of Emily the Strong. I raised my hand. I was wearing some black nail polish with red pentagrams on it.
I'm so done with the descriptions, bro. Oh my god. What is it, Ebony?
She asked.
Hey, I love your nail polish. Where'd you get it? Hot Topic?
Yeah, I answered. All the preps who didn't know what HT was gave me weird looks. I gave them the middle finger.
I guess this is like way back when, so Hot Topic wasn't as big, maybe? Hot Topic is like kind of basic now, isn't it? I feel like I bought some stuff from there before. I like their earrings, you know? Does that mean I'm not a prep?
Well, I have to talk to you about some things. When do you want to do it?
How about now?
She asked.
Okay, class fucking dismissed, everyone.
Professor Sinister said, and she let everyone go.
Except for you, Brittany.
She pointed at Brittany and some other preps.
Please do exercise 1 on page 3.
Okay, I'm having lots of visions, I said in a worried voice. I'm so worried. Is Draco going to die? Well, she gave me a black crystal ball to look in. I looked at it.
What do you see?
She asked. I said, I see a black gothic skull and a pentagram. Suddenly there was a knock at the door. I looked at it. It was Draco. He was looking really sexy, wearing a black leather facet, a black gothic Linkin Park t-shirt, and black Congress shoes.
Okay. This fucking language, sorry. I'm just reading it off the paper, okay? Okay, you can go now. See you. I'm so sorry.
Said Professor Sinister. Bye, bitch, I said, waving. I went to Draco and Vampire was sitting next to him. We both followed Draco together, and I was so excited.
Chapter 25.
I was so excited. I followed Draco, wondering if we were going to do it again. We went outside, and then we went into Draco's black car.
Ebony, what the fuck did Professor Sinister say?
Whispered Draco, putting his gothic white hand with black nail polish on mine.
So romantic.
She said she would tell me what the visions meant tomorrow. I grumbled in a sexy voice. He took out...
What? Wait, what?
He took a heroin cabaret and spiked it and gave it to me to spork.
What the hell?
He started to fly the car into a tree. We went to the top of it. Draco put on some MCR.
And all the things that you never told me. Sorry, I don't know this song. Oh, and all the smiles that are never gonna haunt me.
Sang Gerard's sexy voice. We started tiling of each other's clothes fervently.
That sentence literally destroyed half of my brain cells. I don't know how the fuck that is even possible. I'm assuming she's saying we started tearing off each other's clothes. Fervently is correct, but somehow you got tearing off wrong. It just hurts.
He took off my black thong and my black leather bra.
I took of. You got off correct in other sentences. It's not even like. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I took off his black boxers. Then he put his throbbing you know what in my tool sexily. OMFG, Draco! I screamed, having an orgasm.
I can't.
We stayed at Frenching passionately. Suddenly, I fell asleep. I started having a dream. In it,
What? What is this?
In it, a black guy was shooting two gothic men with long black hair.
Okay, so this is I don't know how to feel about this. No, please don't fucking kill us.
They pleaded, but he just kept shooting them. He ran away in a red car. No! Oh my fucking god! I shouted in a scared voice.
Ebony, what's wrong?
Draco asked me as I woke up, opening my icy blue eyes. I started to cry and tears of blood went down my face. I told Draco to call Vampire. He did it with his black Lincoln Park Mobile. But the worst thing was, who the people who were shot in the dream were Lucius and Sirius.
I just don't understand the necessity of including his race. What the hell? Let's just keep going. Chapter 26, author's note. Prep, stop flaming the story, okay? If you don't like the story, then go fuck yourself, you Prep. You suck. And oh yeah, and I wasn't being racist, okay? Saying you weren't being racist is a little... Okay, anyway.
A few minutes later, Vampire came to the tree. He was wearing a black leather jacket, black leather pants, and a Good Charlotte t-shirt. Hi, Vampire, I said flirtily as I started to sob. Draco hugged me sexily, trying to comfort me. I started to cry tears of blood, and then told them what happened.
Oh, fuck it.
Vampire shouted angrily. He started to cry sadly.
What fucking dick did that?
I don't know, I said. Now come on, we have to tell Dumbledore. We ran out of the tree and into the castle. Dumbledore was sitting in his office.
What the fuck? Sir, our dads have been shot. What the fuck?
Draco said while we wiped some tears from his white face.
Ebony had a vision in a dream.
Dumbledore started to cackle.
And how do you expect me to know Ebony's not delusional?
I glared at Dumbledore. Look, motherfucker, I said angrily as Dumbledore gasped. You know very well that I'm not delusional. Now get some fucking people out there to look for Sirius and Lucius pronto.
Oh, okay,
He said in an intimidated voice.
where are they?
I thought about it. Then all of a sudden, London, I said. I told him which street. He went and called some people and did some stuff. After a few minutes, he came back and said people were going out looking for them. After a while, someone called him again. He said that they had been found. Draco, Vampire, and I all left to our rooms together. I went with Draco to wait in the nurse's office while Vampire went to...
Oh my god. Again?
self-harm in his room. We looked at each other's gothic, depressed eyes. Then we kissed. Suddenly, Sirius and Lucius came in on stretchers, and Professor Sinister was behind them.
Chapter 27.
Everyone in the room started to cry happily. I had saved them. Draco, Lucius, Sirius, and Vampire all came to hug me. The nurse started to give them medicine.
Come on, Ebony.
Said Professor Sinister. She was wearing a gothic black leather dress with a corset top and real vampire blood on it and black platinum boots.
I have to tell you the fucking prediction.
I looked at Lucius, Sirius, Draco, and Vampire. They nodded. I smelled happily.
I can't with these spelling mistakes, bro. I smelled happily. I smiled happily.
And went into a dark room. I had changed and Professor Sinister took out some black cards. She started to look into a black crystal ball. She said,
Tara. 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 Isn't that the author's name? Not your girl. Your character's name is Ebony. Please, please, girl. That's so embarrassing. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know if this was meant to be there, but I feel like this just seems like she was like writing it as if she was the main character. I mean, obviously it is. Like she is the self-insert, but she forgot to fix her own name into the character's name. So it's just exposing it. Sorry. Anyway. I can't function, dude. Tara, I see dark times are near.
She said badly. She peered into the ball.
You see, you must go back in time.
She took out a time turner like Bloody Mary had.
When Voldemort was in Hogwarts before he became powerful, he got his heart broken. Now, do you think he would still become Voldemort if he was in love?
I shook my head.
You must go back in time and seduce him. Of course, it is the only way. If he is still evil, then you must kill him. You can come to my room tomorrow and you can do it.
Okay, I said sadly. We did Death's Touch sign. I went outside again sadly.
What fucking happened?
Asked Draco and Vampire.
Yeah, what happened?
Asked Darkness, Willow, and Bloody Mary. I was about to tell them, but everyone was there. They were celebrating Lucius and Sirius being found. Everyone was proud of me, but I just wanted to talk to Draco. They were cheering my name, and some reporters were there, trying to interview Dumbledore. A banner was put up. Lots of fucking preps were there, obviously trying to be gothic, wearing the him sign on their hands, despite them not having actually heard of him. Even Mr. Norris looked happy. A black and red cake had been brought out. Crab and Goyle set up some fireworks in the shape of skulls from Wesley's Wizard Wheezes. I put on my invisibility cloak with Vampire and Draco, and we snuck outside together. We went into a black room. The walls were black with portraits of gothic bands like MCR, GC, and Marilyn Manson all over them.
Marlon Mason? Who the hell is Marlon Mason? You can't tell me she's not doing this on purpose at this point, right?
A big black coffin was in the middle.
Okay.
Red velvet lined a black box. There were 3 chairs made of bones with real skulls in them. I was wearing a black corset bra with purple stuff on it, fishnet stockings, and a black leather thong underneath. I sat down one of the chairs depressedly. So did Draco and Vampire.
Are you okay?
Vampire asked.
What?
Putting his albastard hand on mine.
What does that even mean? What is an albastard hand?
He was wearing black nail polish. I was wearing black nail polish with red crosses on it. Yeah, I guess, I said sadly. Draco also put his hand on mine sexily. I smiled sadly with my black lipstick. The problem is, I have to seduce Voldemort. I'll have to go back in time. Draco started to cry sadly. Vampire hugged him.
It's okay, Ebony.
He said finally.
But what about me? You're not gonna break up or anything, are you?
Of course not, I gasped.
Really?
He asked. Sure, I said. We Frenched sexily. Vampire looked at us longingly. Then I took off at Draco's FCR shrift.
I swear to God!
Shirt, and seductively took off his pants. He was hung like a Stallone.
You mean like a stallion? I can't. Sylvester Stallone. I'm hung like Sylvester Stallone. When I come, I sound like
He had placed a vampire tattoo that said Ebony on it.
What? You put a tattoo called Ebony on his Stallone? I can't.
Black roses were around it. I gasped. He looked exactly like Gerard Way. Vampire took a video camera. I had said it was okay before. I took off my clothes, then we were in for the ride of our life. We started Frenching as we climbed into the coffin. He put his Spock in my you-know-what, and passively we did it.
What do you mean you passively had sex?
I love you, Ebony. Oh, let me feel you. I need to feel you.
He screamed as we got an orgasm. We watched Vampire filmed everything perfectly. Suddenly...
What the fuck are you doing?
It was Snape and Professor McGonagall.
Chapter 29.
Oh, my Satan! We screamed as we jumped out of the coffin. Snape and Professor McGonagall started to shout at us angrily. Come now! Preacher McGonagall yelled. We did it guiltily. We left the room putting on our clothes. Snape grabbed the camera and put it in his pocket.
Hey, what the fuck?
Vampire shouted angrily.
Yeah, Buster. What the f are you gonna do with that fucking camera?
Draco demanded, all protective, looking at me longingly with his gothic red eyes.
Look, Dumbledore knows your little secret, and if you do this again, then you will go to St. Mungo's. So give back the camera. The Minister of Magic thinks he's crazy. There is no way they will believe him.
Snape laughed meaningly.
Yes, so shut your mouth, you insolent fools,
yelled Professor McGonagall. She made us come into a weird room with white stones all around it. There were all these weird tools in it. Draco started to cry, all sexy and sexative.
What?
Get it? Because he's a bomb, LOL. Tom Felton rules for life, but not as much as Gerard. Your sex on legs. I love you, you fucking rock. Marry me.
Editor's note, sexative, sensitive. Okay, I get it. I'm so tired of this.
I started to cry tears of blood. Vampire took out a black handkerchief and started to wipe my eyes. And then he and Snape both took out guns using magic. They started to shoot each other angrily. None of the bullets got on each other yet. I took out my wand. Crucio! I shouted. Snape started to scream and he dropped the gun, but it was too late. Both of them had run out of ballots.
Ballots!
I stopped the curse. Professor McGonagall did a spell so that we were all chained up. She took out a box of tools. Then she said, "Okay, Severus, I'm going to go now." She left. Snape started to laugh evilly. Vampire started to cry.
It's okay, Ebony.
Said Draco.
Everything will be all right. Remember the video you took of Snape?
Snape laughed again, and then he took out some whips.
Oh, no, please, no. Chapter 30.
No! We all screamed sadly. Snape started laughing meanly. He took out a camera evilly. Then he came towards Draco. He took some stones out of his pocket. He put the stones around Draco and lit a candle. What the fuck are you doing? I shouted angrily. Snape laughed meanly. He pulled down his pants.
Oh, God.
I gasped. There was a dark mark on his you-know-what. He waved his wand and a knife came. He gave the knife to me.
Oh, my God.
"You must stab Vampire," he said to me. "If you don't, then I'll... Draco!"
Girl. Oh, my God.
"No, you fucking bastard," I yelled. But then Draco looked at me sadly with his evil gothic red eyes that looked so depressed and sexy. He looked exactly like a pentagram between Kurt Cobain and Gerard. But then I looked at Vampire and he looked so sexy too with his gothic black hair. I thought of the time when we screwed, and the time I did it with Draco and Dumbledore came, and the time where Draco almost committed and Vampire was so supportive. What? Snape laughed angrily. He started to pray to Voldemort. He started to do an incapacitation dance around the stones, whipping Draco and Vampire. Suddenly, I had an idea. I closed my eyes and using my vampire powers, I sent a telepathic message to Draco and Vampire so they would distract Snape. Distract Snape.
Dumbledore will get you.
Draco shouted.
Yeah. Just wait until the Ministry find out.
Vampire yelled. Meanwhile, I took out my wand.
You ridiculous thunderhead.
Snoop? Fucking Snoop Dogg?
Da-na-na-na-na.
He took off all of Draco's clothes.
Oh, my God.
Just as he was about to do stuff to him. "Crucio!" I shouted, pointing my wand. Snape screamed and started running around the room screaming. Meanwhile, I grabbed my black mobile and sent a text to Sirius. I stopped doing Crucio.
You thunderhead. I'm going to kill.
Shouted Snape, but suddenly Sirius came. Snape put the whip behind his back.
Oh, hello, Sirius. I was just teaching them something.
He lied, but suddenly Lucius and Professor Sinister came into the room, and they and Sirius unlocked the chains and put them around Snape. Then Professor Sinister said,
Come on, Ebony. Let's go.
Chapter 31.
I always knew you were on Voldemort's side, you son of a bitch.
Sirius said to Snape.
No, I'm not. I was teaching them something.
Snape claimed. Oh, fucking yeah! I took some black Voldemort serum out of my pocket and gave it to Sirius. He made Snape drink it. He did angrily. Then Lucius took out a tape recorder and started playing it while he did curses on Snape. Then Professor Sinister and Lucius made us get out with them while Snape told us Secretes. Lucius took Vampire and Draco to the nurse after thanking me a million times. Professor Sinister took me to a dark room. Now, I was going to go back in time to seduce Voldemort.
I can't believe this is real.
Moving posters of MCR and Nirvana were all over. Bloody Mary, Darkness, and Willow came too. Bloody Mary gave me a black bag from Tom Ridd's store. What's in the bag? I asked Professor Sinister.
You will see,
she said. I opened the bag. In it was a sexy, tight, low, smut black leather gothic dress. It had red corset stuff, and there was a silt up the leg.
I'm assuming you mean slit?
I put it on. My friends helped me put on black fishnets and black pointy boots Willow had chosen. Willow and Darkness helped me put on black eyeliner and blood red lipstick. You look fucking kawaii, bitch! Bloody Mary said. Thanks, I said.
Okay, now you're going to go back in time,
said Professor Sinister.
You will have to do it in a few sessions.
She gave me a black gun. I put it in a strap on my fishnets like in Resident Evil. Then she gave me a black time tuner.
After an hour, use the time turner to come back here.
Professor Sinister said. Then she and Bloody Mary put a pensive in front of me. Everyone went in front of it.
Good luck!
Everyone shouted. Darkness and Willow gave me Death's Touch sign. Then I jumped sexily into the pensive. Suddenly, I was in front of the school. In front of me was one of the sexiest goth guys I had ever seen. He was wearing long black hair, kind of like Mikey Way, only black. He had green eyes like Billy Joe Armstrong and pale white skin. He was wearing a black ripped up suit with Vans. It was Tom Bombadil.
I don't know who that is. Oh, from fucking Lord of the Rings? What? I don't even know who this is. Wrong franchise, girl. Chapter 32. Author's note. I said flaming. I know his name isn't Tom Bombadil. That was a mistake. How do you get your own characters wrong? That just blows my fucking mind. I don't know.
Hi, I said flirtily. I'm Ebony Way, the new student. I shook my pale hands with her black nail polish with him.
The name's Tom,
He said.
but you can call me Satan. That's my middle name.
We shook hands.
Well, come on. We have to go upstairs.
Satan said. I followed him. Hey, Satan, do you happen to be a fan of Green Day? Since MCR and Evanescence didn't exist back then, I asked.
Oh my fucking god! How did you know?
Satan gasped.
Actually, I like GC a lot too.
Get it? Because GC did that song,
No, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm sorry.
OMG! Me too! I replied happily.
Guess what? They have a concert in Hogsmeade.
Hogsmeade? I asked.
Yeah, that's what they used to call it in the times before it became Hogsmeade in 2000.
He told me all secretively.
And there's a really cool shop named Hot
Topic! I finished, happy again. He frowned confusedly.
No, it's called the Hot Issue.
He smiled secretively again.
Then, in 1998, they changed it to Hot Topic.
He moaned.
Aroused by Hot Topic. I am a Hot Topic sexual.
Oh, now everything was making sense for me. So, is Dumbledore your principal? I shouted.
Uh-huh.
He looked at his black nails.
I'm in Slytherin.
OMFG! Me too! I shrieked.
You go to this skull?
Get it? Because I'm gothic? He asked.
Editor's note, skull is school. Gothic jokes!
Yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm new! I smiled happily. Suddenly, Dumbledore flew in on his broomstick and started shredding at us angrily.
No talking in the halls!
He had short blonde hair and was wearing a polo shirt from American Outfitters.
Stupid goths!
Satan rolled his eyes.
He's so mean to us goths and punks just because we're in Slytherin and we're not preps.
I turned around angrily. Actually, I think maybe it's because you're the Dark Lord.
WTF?
He asked angrily. Oh, nothing, I said sweetly. Then suddenly, the floor opened. OMFG, no! I screamed as I fell down. Everyone looked at me weirdly.
Hey, where are you going?
Satan asked as I fell. I got out of the hole, and I was back in the pensive in Professor Sinister's classroom. Dumbledore was there. Dumbledore, I think I just met you.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Dumbledore said, trying to be all gothic. Sinister came in.
Hey, this is my classroom. Wait, WTF, Ebony? What the hell are you doing?
I looked at her.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
WTH? How? I screamed, forgetting she was a teacher for a second. But she's a goth, so it's okay.
Okay.
Professor Sinister looked sad.
I was drinking Voldemort serum.
She started to cry black tears of depression. Dumbledore didn't know about them.
Are you crying tears of blood?
He asked curiously, touching a tear.
Fuck off,
we both said, and Dumbledore took his hand away. Professor Sinister started crying again in her chair, sobbing limp tears.
OMFG, Ebony. I think I'm addicted to Voldemort serum. The addiction storyline? Author's note. See you fucking preps? Go fuck yourselves. That's serious issues. Go to hell. What, was she getting flamed because she was making light of like really serious shit? Chapter 33. I think I'm gonna stop here for today, guys.
Oh my f***ing god, I shouted sadly. Should we get you to St. Mungo's, bitch?
Hell no,
she said.
Listen, Ebony, I need your help next time you go back in time. Do you think you could ask Tom Anderson for help? Who the fuck is Tom Anderson?
Sure, I said sadly. I went outside the door. Draco was there. He was wearing a big black GC t-shirt, which were his pajamas. Hey, sexy, I said.
How'd it go, Ebony?
He asked, and his voice was so sexy and low, kind of like Gerard Way when he's talking. Fine, I responded. We started to go back into the dorm.
How far did you go with Satan?
Draco asked jealously. Not too far, lol, I barked.
Will you have to do it with him?
Draco asked angrily. I hope not too far, I shouted angrily. Then I felt bad for shouting at him. I said sorry. We Frenched. What happened to Snape? I growled.
You will see.
Draco giggled mysteriously. He opened the door. Snape and Lupin were there. Sirius was poking them by stabbing them with a black knife.
No, please!
Lupin begged as Sirius started to suck his blood. I laughed sadistically. I took some photos of him and Snape being tortured. Okay, I know this is mean, but think about it, people. They are pedos, and Snape tried to them in any way. Sadists rock. Has anyone seen Shark Attack 3? LOL.
This is why you're getting flamed, girl. It's all just like making light of fucking insanely horrible situations for your shitty fan fiction. That's why people are mad. Wait, this is like 20 years old. Why am I like commentating?
We took some of Snape's blood, then Draco and I went back to our rooms. We sat on my gothic black coffin. My clothes were kind of dirty, so I put on a black leather outfit thingy, kind of like the one Celine has in Underworld. If you haven't heard of it, then fuck you.
I guess I'll go myself because I haven't heard of that.
I put on some black platform high heels. Draco put on Demolition Lovers by MCR. Then we started to take of each other's clothes. I took of his shirt and he had a six-pack, lol. We start to make out like in The Grudge.
What?
He put his wetness.
That is like the worst like way to refer to a penis.
He put his wetness in my you-know-what sexily. I got an orgy.
I got an orgy. I got an orgy.
Oh, Draco. Oh, my fucking God, Draco. I screamed passionately as he got an erection.
Wait, what? He should have... He got an erection. Is this why they have health class in schools? This is too much. This is too much. This is so bad. I can't. I can't. Okay.
Okay.
I love you, Ebony.
He whispered sexily, and then we fell asleep, LOL.
Before I start reading today, I've been seeing some comments saying that this was written to be satire or there's a bunch of lore. I've received an email from one of my viewers kind of explaining a little bit of the context. There's some context to the creation of my Immortal that you should probably know. My Immortal has multiple writers. It originally had only one for the first 13-ish chapters, but then someone managed to hack the account and gain access to the fanfiction. The hacker then wrote quite a few chapters claiming they were written before they had gained access to the account. The original hacker then leaked the email and password after what they had done, so it's really unknown how many people had access to the account and wrote more of the fanfiction. So there does seem to be lots of lore. I'm not very clear on this. I keep getting different information from different people. At the end of the day, I don't really give a what it's about or how it happened. All I really give a fuck about is that we're reading one of the we're reading something absolutely horrible and it still hurts my brain either way. Chapter 34.
I woke up in the coffin the next day. Draco was gone. I got up and put on a black tight sexy dress that was all ripped at the end. There was red corset stuff going up the front and the back, and it came up to my knees. There was a slit in the dress like in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I put on ripped black fishnets and black stiletto boots. Suddenly, Sirius knocked on the door. I opened it.
Hi, Ebony.
He said,
Guess what? You have to come to Professor Sinister's office.
okay, I said in a depressed voice. I had wanted to fuck Draco, or maybe listen to MCR or Evanescence. I came anyway.
That sentence could mean more than one thing. It's horrible that my brain works this way. I blame school days.
So what the fuck happened to Snape and Lupin? I asked Sirius flirtily.
Why are you flirting with this? Okay, anyway. I fucking tortured them.
He answered in a sadistic way.
They are in Azkaban now, LOL.
I laughed evilly. Where are Draco and Vampire? I muttered.
They are excused from school today.
Sirius moaned sexily.
Why are these people moaning their sentences sexily? I don't understand.
Hey guys, welcome to my new video.
Right now, they are watching The Nightmare Before Christmas.
We went into the office. Professor Sinister was there. She was wearing a gothic black dress that was ripped all over it, kind of like the one Amy Lee wears in this pic.
Editor's note, the link just said https/, so there is no link. Sad, right? Like, I can't tell. I legitimately can't tell, right? Like, what part of this is supposed to be the satire part? And what part of this is like, are you sure this is satire? I mean, if it's satire, I guess it does the job, but like, it's ridiculous either way.
She was drinking some Voldemort serum. She took out the pensive in a time turner.
Ebony, you will have to do another session now. Also, I need you to get me the cure for being addicted.
She said sadly.
Good luck. Thanks.
And then I jumped into the pensieve again. Suddenly, I looked around. I was in the Great Hall eating Count Chocula. It was morning. I was sitting next to Satan. On a table was a tall, gothic man with long black hair, pale skin, and blue eyes, wearing a suit and black Converse shoes. He looked just like Marilyn Manson. I noticed he was drinking a potion. Who's he? I asked.
Oh, that's Professor Slughorn.
Satan said.
He's the potions teacher. Okay, I'm pretty sure in the original story, this guy was named Professor Slutborn. Professor Slutborn. But the editor seems to have just left it as Slughorn, so I'll just read it as Slughorn. Ebony?
Yeah, I asked.
Did you know that Marilyn Mason is playing Marilyn Mason? Dude, I can't. These spelling mistakes has to be fucking rage bait at this point, right? I can't. I refuse to believe that this is real. Okay, anyway. Did you know that Marilyn Mason is playing in Hogsmeade? Hogsmeade? You didn't even spell. Oh, okay. Nope. I'm not being rage baited. I love this story. This is a really well written story, really well constructed, amazing satire. Okay, it's a wonderful social experiment. It doesn't make me cringe or want to bash my head into the wall in any way. You know, even if it's satire, cringe is fucking cringe, bro. Like, I'm sorry, okay? There's a point where satire, I feel like, isn't even really good satire. It's just ultimate cringe. People might disagree with me on that, but I just feel like satire, at least there's like a trace of satire in there. With this, it just feels like someone diarrheaed all over a piece of paper and making me lick it and going, that's satire. That's not satire. This is just horrible. And they are showing The Exorcise at the movies before that. The Exorcise? What is that even? Is that are you talking about The Exorcist? Like, okay.
Yeah, that's my favorite movie, The Exorcise. I love The Exorcise.
When the girl gets taken over by the demon and then she just starts doing cardio because the demon is forcing her to do the cardio.
Yeah?
Well, want to go to the concert and the movie with me? Chapter 35. At this point, I like 100% believe these spelling mistakes have to be on purpose.
I woke up in the coffin the next day. Draco was...
Wait. 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 Wait, is chapter 35 the same exact thing as chapter 34? Okay, so I found another version of my Immortal, and I think I think the editor of this one fucked up. Girl, come on. So chapter 35 is not the same thing. It's a different thing. The editor of the one I got sent just fucked it up. So I'm going to read the chapter 35 off of another edit of my Immortal.
I went into the common room thinking of Satan. Suddenly, I gasped. Draco was there. He looked as hot as ever, wearing black leather pants, a black Linkin Park t-shirt, and black eyeliner. Draco, what the fuck are you doing? I gasped.
Huh?
He asked. Then I remembered. It wasn't Draco. It was Lucius. He still had 2 arms.
The editor's starting to lose their mind. When did he ever lose his fucking arms?
Oh, hi, Lucius, I said. I'm Ebony, the new student. We shook hands.
Yeah, Satan told me about you.
Lucius said. He pointed to a group of sexy gothic guys. They were sitting in a corner.
Self-harming, as usual.
It was Sirius, Vampire's dad, and Snape. All of them were wearing black eyeliner and black Good Charlotte band t-shirts.
Listen, I'm in a goth band with those guys.
He said.
We're playing tonight at the Marilyn Manson show as backup.
Oh, really? I asked.
Yeah.
He said.
We're called X Black X Tier X.
Sorry. So dumb.
I play the guitar. Spartacus plays the drums.
Who the fuck is Spartacus? Who the fuck is Spartacus?
Snape plays the boss.
The boss? That's my favorite instrument, the boss.
And James plays the guitar too, even though we call him Samaro after Samara in the ring.
Hey, bastards, I told them. They gave me the death touch sign. Suddenly, I gasped again. But you don't have a lead singer, I said. Lucius looked down sadly.
We used to, but she died.
She deleted herself off the earth. Wow.
Oh my fucking god. That's so sad, I guessed.
It's okay. Well, who the fuck is this? I don't even know who these characters are anymore.
It's okay, but we need a new lead singer.
Samaro said. Well, I said, I'm in a band myself.
Really?
Asked Snape. I couldn't believe it. He used to be gothic. Yeah, we're called Bloody Gothic Rose 666. You want to hear me sing?
Yeah.
Said everyone. So the guys took out the guitars. They began to play a song by Green Day. Get it? Because by guys are so sexy.
We're still doing this?
I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams. I sang sexily. Everyone gasped.
Ebony, will you join the band, please?
Begged Lucius, Samoro, Sirius, and Snape. Okay. I shrugged. Are we gonna play tonight?
Yeah.
They said, okay. I said, but I knew that I had to get a new outfit. I walked outside, wondering how I could go forward in time. Suddenly, someone jumped in front of me. It was Marty McFly.
What are we doing?
He was wearing a black band t-shirt and black baggy jeans. What the hell are you doing here? I asked.
I will help you go forward in time, Ebony.
He said seriously. Then he took out a black time machine. I went into it, and suddenly I was forward in time.
This is some good writing. Chapter 36.
I looked around in a depressed way. Suddenly I saw Professor Sinister, Bloody Mary, Socrates.
Socrates? Socrates? Did he fly back from the fucking past in the same time machine? Did he travel with Marty McFly to the world of Hogwarts? What? Where's Aristotle, man? I kind of like Plato better, or Aristotle. I don't know about Socrates nuts.
Socrates and Draco, Vampire and Willow were there too. OMFG, Sirius! I saw you and Samoro and Snape and everyone. I can't believe Snape used to be gothic.
Yeah, I know.
Sirius said sadly.
Hey there, bitch.
Professor Sinister said in an emo voice, drinking some Voldemort serum. Hi, fucker, I said. Listen, Satan asked me out to a gothic concert and a movie, so I need a sexy new outfit for the date. Also, I'm playing in a gothic band, so I need an outfit for that too.
Oh, my Satan!
Gasped Bloody Mary.
Want to go to Hot Topic to shop for your outfit?
Oh, MFS, let's have a... Oh my god, are you serious? Let's have a group self-harming session,
said Professor Sinister.
I can't fucking wait for that, but we need to get some stuff first,
said Willow.
Yeah, we need some potions for Professor Sinister, so she won't be addicted to Voldemort serum anymore. And also, some love potion for Ebony.
Draco said,
resultantly.
Well, we have potions class now,
Willow said.
So let's go.
We went sexily to potions class, but Snape wasn't there. Instead, there was Cornelius Fudge.
Hey, where the fuck is Dumbledore?
Draco shouted angrily.
Shut the fuck up!
Shouted Cornelius Fudge.
He is in Azkaban now with Snape and Lupin. He is old and weak, and he has cancer. Now do your work.
My friends and I talked angrily.
Can you believe Snape used to be gothic?
Vampire asked in a surprised voice.
That's it!
Cornelius Fudge shouted angrily.
I'm getting Professor Umbridge!
He stomped out angrily. My friends and I began talking again. I began to drink some blood mixed with beer.
Okay.
Suddenly, I saw Hagrid in the cupboard. WTF is he doing? I asked. Then I looked at Draco. He was wearing tons of eyeliner and he looked sexier than ever. Suddenly,
Hagrid, what the fuck are you doing?
he shouted. I looked around. Hagrid was putting something in my glass of blood.
Half the characters have become predators in this story, dude. What is going on?
Draco and Vampire started to beat him up sexily. God, you are such a poser! I shouted at Hagrid. Suddenly, I looked at what he was putting in the blood. It was amnesia potion.
Chapter 37. Oh, this is from Draco's point of view, guys.
Vampire and I chained Hagrid to the floor.
Oh my fucking Satan!
Ebony said she was so hot.
Maybe I could use the amnesia potion to make Satan fall in love with me faster.
But you are so sexy and wonderful anyway, Tara.
Said Vampire.
Why would you need it? Oh, wait, I didn't even notice. It happened again. Yeah. Your character's name is Ebony, not Tara. Girl, come on. This has to be a troll. This has to be a troll. Otherwise, it's so embarrassing.
To make everything go faster, LOL.
Said Ebony. But you won't have to do it with him or anything, will you? I asked jealously.
Oh my fucking god, you guys are so scary.
Said Brittany, a fucking prep. Shut the fuck up! Said Willow. Okay, well, anyway, let's go to Professor Sinister's room.
So we're back to being Ebony.
Draco, Ebony, and I went to Professor Sinister's room, but Professor Sinister wasn't there. Instead, Tom Ridd was.
Oh, hi, fuckers.
He said,
listen, I got you some cool new clothes.
I took out the clothes from the bag. It was a gothic black leather miniskirt that said 666 on the back, black stiletto boots, blood red fishnets, and a black corset. OMG, thanks, I said, hugging him in a gothic way.
What the hell's a gothic hug?
I took the clothes and the bag.
Okay, Professor Sinister isn't here. What the fuck should we do?
Asked Draco. Suddenly he looked at a sign on the black wall. Oh my fucking Satan! I screamed as I read it. On it said, everyone, Professor Sinister's away. She is too gothic, so she is in Azkaban now. Classes shall be taught by Dumbledore, who is back, but he shall not be principal for now. Sincerely, Professor Umbridge. OMFG! I shouted angrily. How could they do that? Suddenly, Dumbledore came.
What the hell are you doing in my office?
He began to shout angrily. Suddenly, I saw Marty McFly's black time machine. I jumped seductively into it, leaving Draco and Vampire. Suddenly, I was back in time. I looked around. It was Professor Slughorn's office. I snuck around. Suddenly, I saw the amnesia potion on his desk. It was black with blood red pentagrams on it. It was the shape of a cross. I put it in my pocket. Suddenly, the door opened. It was Professor Slughorn.
OMG! What are you doing, fucker?
He shouted angrily. I don't know. What the fuck are you doing? I shouted angrily. Oh, I was just looking around because I thought it was class. I said finally, hoping he couldn't see the potion in my pocket.
Oh, okay. You can go now.
Said Professor Slughorn. I went to the common room after putting on my clothes.
Well, actually, she wrote,
You went to the common room after putting on my clothes.
this has to be, this has to be rage bait. This has to be rage bait. And it's working because I'm being baited into fucking raging. You went to the common room after putting on my clothes. You can't even get second person perspective or first person perspective correct. This has to be rage bait. This has to be rage bait.
Sirius, Samaro, and Snape were there practicing Vampires Will Never Hurt You by MCR. Oh, hi, you guys, I said seductively. Where's Satan?
Oh, he's coming.
Said Sirius.
BTW, you can call me Hades now. So lame.
Suddenly, Satan came. He was wearing a smexy black leather jacket, black Congress shoes, a Slipknot t-shirt, and a black tie. Okay, I will see you guys at the concert, I said, and then I went with Satan.
Chapter 38.
Satan and I walked to his car. It was a black car with pentagrams all over it. On the license plate, it said 666, just like Draco's car. I went in it seductively. Satan started to drive it. We talked about Satanism, self-harm, music, and being gothic.
Oh my Satan. Gerard is so fucking hot.
Voldemort agreed as we smoked some weed.
I thought his name was Satan, bitch.
Lol, LOL. I totally decided to not unalive myself when I heard Helena. I said in a flirty voice, Hey, Satan, do you know the cure for when people are addicted to Voldemort's serum?
Well,
He thought.
I think you have to drink vampire blood.
Suddenly, Voldemort parked a car behind a black movie theater. Satan and I walked outside. We went into the movie theater where they were showing The Exorcist. In it, a boy and a girl were doing it. Suddenly,
Wait, what the fuck is this grammar?
in it, a boy and a girl were doing, comma, it, suddenly a serial killer came, LOL. Satan and I laughed at the blood because we're sadists.
Okay.
While Satan was watching the movie, I had an idea. I took Satan's gothic black Nightmare Before Christmas cigar sexily from his pocket and put some amnesia potion in it. I put it back in his black Emile the Strange bag. Satan turned around and started to smoke it. Black clouds with red pentagrams in them start to fly around everywhere.
OMG!
Satan said, jumping up. I gasped because
Wait, so she's drugging this guy? Jesus Christ, what a fucking story.
I gasped because I was afraid he noticed.
Ebony, guess what?
I knew that the amnesia had worked.
Amnesia potion has not been invented yet, so it will not work.
He said,
Too bad, because I wanted to use some on you.
cool. I raised my eyes suggestively, and then he took off my clothes sexily, and we started to make out. I took off his shit. We had a six-pack just like Gerard Way. We Frenched.
What the fuck? Wait, so the amnesia thing isn't working, but then they start making out? Is it because he thinks she's so hot? Because Ebony is so hot, he just couldn't help it? Excuse me, but you are going to have to leave.
Shouted the lady behind us. She was a prep. Fuck you, I said. Suddenly, I attacked her, sucking all her blood.
Jesus. No.
She screamed. All the preps in the theater screamed, but everyone else clapped because Satan and I looked so cute together. Satan and I started to walk outside.
OMG, how did you do that?
Voldemort asked in a turned-on voice. I'm a vampire, I said as we went into the car.
Seriously?
He gasped. Yeah, seriously, I said, drinking some beer. Satan started to drive the car. I smiled happily.
It's too bad we didn't get to see the rest of the movie, don't you think?
Yeah, I said, as we kissed passionately. Satan parked in a black driveway next to the place where Draco and I had watched GC for the first time. We went inside where Marilyn Mason...
Marilyn Mason! Girl, this has to be satire. I thought you were a big fan of Marilyn Manson. Who the fuck is Marilyn Mason? I don't understand. If it's rage bait, it's fucking working because I am raging.
We went inside where Marilyn Mason was playing and starts to mosh, lol.
I don't know if this is a song. Anti-people, now you've got to fire. Jesus Christ, superstars.
Screamed Marilyn on the stage. We did the devil fingers. I started to dance really close to Satan. He was so smexy. He looked at me all emo with his gothic red eyes, and he looked exactly like Mikey Way. I almost got an orgasm. Suddenly, Marilyn
Mason
stopped singing.
I would like to present X Black X Tier X,
he said. I ran on stage. Lucius, Samaro, Snape, and Hades were there. They started to play their instruments. I got on stage.
I don't know this song. Well, if you wanted honesty, that's all you had to say.
I sang. My voice sounded like a pentagram between Amy Lee and a girl version of Gerard Way. Everyone clapped. Satan got an erection. I'm not okay! I sang finally. Suddenly, Lucius started playing the song wrong by mistake.
OMFJ,
Yelled James.
what the fuck?
Whoops, I'm sorry.
Said Lucius.
You fucking asshole.
James shouted angrily.
You guys are such preps.
Snaps said.
Snap said.
Come on, it was a mistake.
Yeah, it's not his fault.
Said Sirius.
No, he fucking ruined the song.
Yelled Samaro. You guys, stop! I shouted angrily, but it was too late. They all began to fight. Suddenly, Samaro took out his knife.
What?
OMFG, no.
Shouted Lucius, but it was too late. James tried to shoot off his arm, and then I jumped sexily in front of the bullet.
No.
Yelled everyone, but it was too late. Suddenly, everything went black.
Chapter 39. I do not own the HP series, and I am not the real XXX Bloody Wrist 666 XXX. Was that the original username? Author's note. I am an extremely immature, pathetic idiot girl. I know. Out of boredom, I cracked this girl's password for fun, and it took less than 8 minutes to do it too, and will probably get in a shitload of trouble, which I probably deserve, because I'm being a troll right now. Meh. And I present to you my crappy part in the story. Flame, laugh, do whatever you want, preps. Okay, so it's pretty clear that this is written by a troll, and this is not part of the original fanfiction, but I guess it's now part of the original fanfiction because it's part of the lore. I don't know. Anyway.
I, the American retail-wearing British vampire Sue, coughed up blood. Satan kneeled down beside me.
No, don't die.
I gave him a rueful smile. I'm sorry. It's something I had to do to fulfill my duty as the noble Gothic Mary Sue. Satan sobbed.
I love you, Ebony.
I love you too. I'll see you in hell, I mumbled, already finding my surroundings fading to black.
Why is the troll chapter written like 100 times better and more easily understandable? This shit is more comprehensible than literally the other chapter 38 chapters I've read. What is I wish this troll just wrote the entire story at this point.
Bloody Mary Smith suddenly popped into the room for no apparent reason. She frowned when she realized the room was oddly quiet, but at the sight of Ebony's lifeless body, she screamed. Her face became pale with horror. She screamed for the healers, Dumbledore, McGonagall, and every single Gothic person she could think of. Suddenly, a glow started to surround...
Oh wait, hold on. She's dead. She's dead. Suddenly, a glow started to surround the body of Ebony. Everyone stared in shock. Her body started to lift ever so slowly, and then, to everyone's shock, it started to incinerate. When everyone realized what was happening, they rushed over to try and rescue the body, but it was too late. The Sue became nothing more than a pile of ashes. A loud resounding of everyone bellowing, "No!" filled the room. A flash of white light from the ashes then started to bounce around the room. Everyone cowered in fear and were temporarily blinded. When it was all over, things changed. All the silly goth clothes dropped from everyone's bodies, and in their place, clothes the characters would normally wear in canon appeared on their bodies. When everyone got over the shock of becoming free of the gothic power, everyone started singing, "Ding dong, the Sue is dead." Well, that is until all the Harry Potter characters realized the true implications of becoming more canon-like again. All of the characters who were supposed to be dead fell to the floor, their bodies cold and lifeless. Harry and Voldemort started dueling. On the left side of the two, the battle of the light side side and the dark side were reaching a climax. And because the replacement author also likes to screw around with canon, Draco and Hermione fled the scene and got married. What the fuck? Meanwhile, down in hell, Ebony shed a single tear because of her current situation. A situation that would live on for all eternity, or at least until the end of fanfiction time. She lost it all, but she knew she had to remain strong. Nothing would ever break her down. She looked down at her pale body and frowned. Where are my emo clothes? She asked herself in confusion, and then it occurred to her. For her shirt, she was wearing a bright pink polo with a little seagull on the side. Below that, she was wearing a denim miniskirt with a destroyed look on it. Paired underneath the skirt were leggings with a little moose at the bottom. And then Ebony realized on her shoulder, she was carrying a pretty bag with an eagle on it that said, "Live your life," written all over the bag. Ebony suppressed the urge to scream. Here she was decked out in clothes, prepped to the extreme, wearing stuff from Abercrombie & Fitch, American Eagle, and Hollister. Panicked, Ebony hastily tried to take off the Hollister polo, but underneath it, there was another Hollister polo underneath. Ebony frowned and looked under her shirt. All she saw was a bra underneath. Dare I point out it's from the Aerie line, available at American Eagle? Ebony tried to remove the shirt again, but to her frustration, there was yet again another polo to replace it. This is unilogical and does not make any sense. Ebony bellowed out to the air. She failed to see the irony in her statement, how hypocritical her words were, seeing as she was practically calling the kettle black here. Ebony self-harmed herself and mumbled to herself, "Oh my god." /end crap fiction. Author's note, oh yeah, if you want to see the original content this chick had planned for this chapter, I accessed it through the document manager thingy, which I copied and pasted so you can read it here. Oh, okay. So we just read through the Troll chapter 39. Now we're getting the original intended chapter 39, apparently, allegedly. So chapter 40. Apparently chapter 40 was supposed to be originally chapter 39, but then the Troll hacked it, and then the Troll copy and pasted original chapter 39 under the Troll version of chapter 39. But then I guess the original writer, or whoever the fuck is writing this at this point, got the account back and made the original chapter 39 into chapter 40. So this is after she got shot, I guess.
I woke up in the nurse's office in a special gothic coffin. Hagrid was in the bed opposite me in a coma because Vampire and Draco had beat him up. Mr. Norris was cleaning the room. Oh my Satan! What happened? I screamed. Suddenly, Voldemort came. He looked less mean than usual. Get the fuck out, you fucking bastard! I yelled.
You can tell this is part of the original because the grammar level just went so downhill. I already missed the Troll chapter because at least the grammar was mostly fucking correct.
Thou had not killed Vampire yet, he said angrily. Suddenly, he started to cry tears of blood, all seductive. Voldemort? OMFG! What's wrong? I asked. Suddenly, Lucius, Professor Sinister, and Sirius came. Bloody Mary and Vampire were with
Them! I missed the Troll.
everyone was holding black boxes. Voldemort disappeared.
OMFG, Ebony, you're alive?
Screamed the Vampire. I hugged him and Bloody Mary. What the fuck happened? I asked him. Oh my Satan, am I like dead now? I gasped.
Ebony, you were almost shot,
Said Sirius.
but the bullet could not kill you since you were from another time.
But thanks anyway.
Said Lucius, holding out his arm. I gasped. He had 2 arms. OMFG, I can't believe Vampire's dad shot you.
Well, to be honest, Snape was possessed by Snape back then.
Said James.
Editor's note, question mark? My note, question mark? What does this sentence even mean? Anyway. Yeah, he was a spy.
Sirius said sadly.
He was really a Death Eater.
And he was such a fucking poser too.
Said Lucius.
He didn't even really know who GC were until I told him.
Well, anyway, everyone started to give me presents. I was opening a black box with the red 666. There was a DVD of Corpse Bride on it when I gasped. Mr. Norris looked up angrily because he hated goths. Hey, has anyone fucking seen Draco? I asked gothically.
No, Draco told me he will be watching Hose of Wax.
Said Professor Sinister.
He doesn't know that you're better. Anyway, the nurse said you could get up. Come on.
I got up. Lucius, Sirius, and Professor Sinister left. I was wearing a black leather nightgown. Under that, I had on a sexy black leather bra trimmed with black lace with a matching thong that said gothic girl on the bottom, sexy fishness that kind of that's my thong. If you don't get the idea, message me, I'll tell you.
No thanks. I'm good.
I put on a black fishnet top under a black MCR t-shirt, a black leather mini black lace, and Congress shoes. I left the hospital with Bloody Mary, Willow, and Vampire.
OMFG, let's celebrate!
Gasped Willow.
We can go see Hose of Wax with Draco.
Giggled Vampire.
Let's go listen to GC and
Oh my god.
And harm ourselves, 666, said Bloody Mary. We opened a common room door sexily, and then I gasped.
What?
Draco was there, doing it with Snape.
What? What? The plot twist.
He was wearing a black t-shirt with 666 on the front and baggy jeans. You fucking prep, we all yelled angrily.
Yeah, you betrayed us.
Shouted Vampire angrily as he took out his black gun.
No, you don't understand.
Screamed Draco sadly as he took his thingy out of Snape's.
Wait, what? What? You guys were docking? That is so gross. I'm so sorry. This is so stupid. It just keeps getting dumber and dumber and dumber.
No shit, you fucking suck, you preppy bastard! Said Willow, trying to attack him. I ran to my room. I sexily took a steak out.
A steak, a piece of beef, again, a piece of beef. S-T-A-K-E, S-T-A-K-E.
Ebony, no.
Screamed Draco, but it was too late. I had
harmed myself with it.
Suddenly, everything went black again.
Chapter 41. Okay, I don't actually know what's going on.
When I woke up, I was in a strange room. I looked around. I was wearing the same outfit I had when I performed with X-Black X-Tier X. I looked around confusedly. It was the nurse's office, but it looked different. On the wall was a picture of Marilyn Manson. There was also a gothic black Beatles calendar with a picture of the Beatles wearing eyeliner and black clothes. On it said 1980. OMFG, I'm back in time again, I screamed loudly. Suddenly, Satan, this is actually Voldemort for future reference.
Period. The sentence ends at suddenly Satan.
Voldemort was wearing a black leather Jackson, black tight jeans, and fishnet pants. He looked so sexy, I almost had an orgy!
Again, I think you might have used the wrong word there, but anyway. OMFG, Ebony, are you okay?
He asked gothically. Yeah, I'm okay, for your information, I snapped sexily. OMG, am I dead? Because I remembered I had jumped in front of the bullet from James's gun. I also remembered seeing Draco doing it with Snape. I guess that when I had harmed myself, I had gone back in time instead of dying. I knew I could go forward in time if I found a time tuner or the time machine.
No, you're not dead.
Satan reassured Italy,
What does that even mean?
as he smoked a cigarette sexily and smoke came all over his face.
You're a vampire, so you can't die from a bullet. Come on now, let's go see how Harry's dad is doing.
I know that the real reason I didn't die from the bullet was because I was from the future. WTF! James almost shot Lucius, I said indignantly. I knew that James had really been possessed, but I didn't want him to know I knew.
Yeah, I know, but he had a headache and he was under a lot of stress.
Satan reasoned evilly.
Yeah, I almost fucking shot my friend and bandmate because I had a headache and I was stressed out. That's like a YouTuber apology. I only messaged this minor because I was depressed. Like, that's a fucking excuse, you know?
I guess that's okay, I said, because James hadn't really shot Lucius. Also, I knew that Lucius would now have 2 arms instead of 1. I walked seductively outside with Satan. Suddenly, I saw a totally sexy gothic bi guy. He had bleached blonde hair with black streaks up to his ears, and he was wearing gothic black eyeliner, a black Green Day t-shirt. It showed Billy Joel with blonde hair since it was the 80s, black Converse shoes, and black baggy pants. He walked in all sexily like Gerard Way in the video for I Don't Love You Like I Did Yesterday, and you could see a black tear on his face like the woman in that video. Hey, he said all quietly and gothically. Who the fuck is that? I asked angrily because I did not know him.
This is Hedwig,
Said Voldemort.
He used to be an X-Black X-Tier X2, but he had to drop out because he broke his arm.
Hey, Hedwig, I said seductively, even though I was not trying to be.
Well, hi, Ebony.
He answered, but then he ran away because he had care of magical creatures. He was humming Welcome to the Black Parade under his breath. I know that's not 80s, but pretend it is, okay? Bye, I said all sexily.
That was Hedwig. He used to be my boyfriend, but we broke up. What? So Hedwig's not an owl, just a person?
Satan said sadly, looking at his black nails. OMFG, I can get you back together, I said, fingering something I didn't know was in my pocket. A black cute is what we aim for video iPod that I could take videos with. Does anyone else know about them? They kick ass.
My head just hurts. I don't know what that phrase even means. A black cute is what we aim for video iPod.
Okay, you can forget about your class for now, Hedwig. I'm gonna show you something great. I led them to the Great Hall. Come on, you guys. Lucius, James, Sirius, and Snape were all in the hall. Lucius wouldn't talk with James because he had tried to shoot him.
Go fuck yourself, you fucking douche.
He shouted at him.
Draco is never going to be friends with Vampire now. Yeah, go fuck yourself, Sabaro.
Snape agreed, but I knew he was lying because it had been his fault James had almost shot Lucius. Be quiet, you guys, I said sexily. My plan was working out great. Now, I could make Voldemort good without doing it with him. Now, Vampire's dad would never die. okay, Satan and Hedwig? You guys can start making out, I said, and I start to film them with the iPod.
What is going on? Cool.
Said Sirius as Voldemort and Hedwig started to make out sexily. We watched as they started to take each other's clothes off sexily. Samaro, Sirius, Snape, and Lucius all watched it because they were probably bi. What? I knew Snape was bi.
I just love how every single time it's just so important for her to let us know how bisexual these people are. This next sentence is crazy. It's Hedwig, so I gotta be like an owl, right?
Ho ho, ho ho, ho ho, oh my fucking god, ho ho, Voldemort, ho ho, Voldemort. Screamed Hedwig as his Glock touched Voldemort's.
I'm a little sick, so laughing is so painful. But it's just too...
But then suddenly, everything stopped as the door opened and in came Dumbledore and Mr. Norris.
Chapter 42, author's note. Oh my god, the new book is coming out really soon. I can't wait. I think that Snape will really be the same person as Voldemort because they are both half-blood, so that will explain why he killed Dumbledore. And he hated Harry. And then Harry will have to commit suicide, so Voldemort will die because he will really be a Horcrux. OMG, I hope Draco and Harry get together. That will be so smexy, won't it? If they don't, then J.K. Rowling is homophobic. There are many predictions in this paragraph that turned out to be incredibly wrong, except for one thing. Okay, J.K. Rowling isn't homophobic necessarily. I mean, she did end up saying a lot of really messed up transphobic stuff, so, you know, but we won't talk about that.
I sat depressedly in Dumbledore's office with Hedwig, Satan, James, Sirius, Snape, and Lucius. Dumbledore was sitting in front of us cruelly. He looked younger than he did in the future.
Yeah, no shit. What?
He had taken the iPod away and was now listening to a shitty Avril Lavigne song.
What the hell is this anyway?
He cackled meanly. I hope he didn't find out that I was from another time.
Whatever you do, don't blame Ebony, you jerk.
Satan said.
Yeah, seriously. She was trying to get Satan and Hedwig back together.
Sirius said defiantly.
Be quiet, you Satanist.
Dumbledore cackled.
If you're lucky, I'll probably send you all to Azkaban. That will teach you to copulate in the Great Hall.
What? 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 You mean that will teach you to not copulate in the Great Hall? This sentence is saying you're sending them to Azkaban because they should be having more sex in the Great Hall. Get your shit on I can't deal with this. I missed the troll.
She changed the song on the iPod to an NSYNC song. Suddenly, I noticed something wrong about the iPod. It was slowly changing. Dumbledore didn't notice. You fucking poser, I muttered.
I bet you never heard of GC.
James said. Now, I knew what the iPod was changing into. Marty McFly's time machine.
What?
Shut up, James.
Draco's dad shouted.
Yeah, shut up.
Snake said preppily.
No, you shut up, Dumbledore.
Said Tom.
I've had enough of you Satanists in my school.
Shouted Dumbledore furiously. Suddenly, I grabbed the iPod from him. Everyone, jump in before it's too late. I jumped into it, but only one other person jumped in. It was Satan.
You dunderheads!
Screamed Dumbledore wisely as we went. I looked around. I was in the Slytherin common room with Satan. I was wearing a black plaid miniskirt with hot pink fishnets, a sexy black MCR corset, and black stiletto boots with pink pentagrams on them. My earrings were black Satanist signs, and my raven hair was all around me to my mid-butt.
To my mid-black. Okay, yeah, sure. Hey, cool. Where is this?
He asked in an emo voice. This is the future. Dumbledore's iPod that he tried to take away from me was really also a time machine, I told him.
Cool. What's an eye patch?
He whimpered. It's something you used to listen to music. I yacked.
OMFG. Cool. Wait, what's a 4-letter word for dirt?
He asked in a sexy voice. I guess sand? I said confusedly.
What? Yeah, I was just trying to make sure you were still the same person.
He triumphantly giggled. Suddenly, some of my friends walked in.
OMFG, you're alive!
Said Darkness, wearing a black leather jacket, black baggy pants, and a gothic black from first to last shirt. I explained to her why I was alive.
Konnichiwa, bitch!
Said Willow. She was wearing a black corset, showing off her boobs with lace all around it and red stripes on it. With it, she was wearing a black leather miniskirt, big black boots, white foundation, black eyeliner, red eyeshadow, and black lipstick.
Hey, motherfucker.
Said Diablo with his red hair. He was wearing a black Panic at the Disco t-shirt and black baggy pants. Hey, who's that, Ebony? Bloody Mary questioned as she walked in wearing a black t-shirt with a red pentagram on it with lace at the bottom, red leather pants and black lace and black stilettos. Oh, it's Satan, I told her, and she nodded, knowing the truth. Suddenly, Satan started to cry. Are you okay, Satan? We asked concernedly.
OMFG, you're from the future? What if you don't like me anymore because we're from different times?
He asked. No, I still like you, I said sexily to him.
Okay,
he said in a relieved voice. I let him listen to Teenagers by the MCR on my iPod while I was about to go outside to find some things. I gave Diablo a signal to keep Satan occupied. Satan fell asleep. I took the iPod. I was about to walk outside. Professor Sinister ran in. She was wearing a gothic black mini dress with depressing black stripes, white and black striped tights, and red Converse shoes. She was wearing lots of black eyeliner. Oh my fucking god, where's Draco? How does Snape get back here? I thought he was in Azkaban, I asked sadly.
Ebony, I was so worried about you, but I know you can't fucking die because you're a vampire. Snape came back because that girl Brittany freed him. I never liked her. She was a bad student.
Sinister said in a relieved voice. That bitch. Did she also free Haggard and Lupin? I shouted angrily. I hated Brittany because she was a fucking prep.
Yes, they are on the loose at this school. Dumbledore's back. Cornelius is on his way to help everyone. Tell everyone you see to lock themselves in their common room.
Sinister said worriedly. Okay, but where's Draco? How come he was doing it with Snape?
I don't know why, but I know he almost tried to unalive himself after he saw you almost delete yourself.
She said. OMG, that's terrible, I gasped. Satan was still asleep, so he couldn't tell what was going on. Then I said, listen everyone, I have something important to do. In here, everyone stay. With that, I ran out.
Good luck, Tara. Everyone cry. Please, Tara, please stop making this mistake. I'm embarrassed for you. I don't even care if it's satire, man. You're just writing yourself as the Mary Sue. I'm so sorry. This is... I just think it's so funny.
I ran sexily down the stairs into the Great Hall, while the portraits around looked at me in fear. There was hardly anyone else in the stairs, and there was an atmosphere of horror. On the way, I saw Brittany laughing on the stairs. She was wearing a slutty pink shirt with flowers on it, a black jean skirt, and Abercrombie and pink stilettos. She looked just like a pentagram of those fucking preps, Hilary Duff and Lindsay Lohan. You fucking bitch, I shouted angrily.
No, you're totally a bitch. Now Voldemort will, totally kill you.
She laughed. Crucio, I shouted selectively, pontificating my black wand, and she started screaming because she was being tortured, and I laughed sadistically.
No, help me, please.
Brittany screamed in horror. I put up my middle finger at her. In her hand, I saw the video camera Snape and Lupin had used to take the video of me. I put the tape of Voldemort doing it with Hedwig onto it. Then I continued to run down the stairs with the camera. When I had reached the Great Hall, I saw Vampire Potter. OMG, vampire, I yelled. We hugged each other happily. He looked at me with his gothic red eyes and spiky black hair. Around them were black eyeliner and eyeshadow. He was wearing a black leather jacket, leather pants, a Panic at the Disco concert shirt, and his black Converse shoes. He looked more like Joel from Good Charlotte than ever.
I was so worried you died.
Moaned Vampire. I know, but I'm a vampire, lol. When I woke up, I was back in 1980. So anyway, I bought Voldemort from when he was young with me. Where's Draco? I asked supuriously.
Draco? You mean that fucking poser who betrayed you?
Vampire snarked with anger in his sexy voice. I know, but we have to find him, I said smartly.
I'll do it then.
Harry said angstily. Okay, I agreed. Suddenly, all the lights in the room went out, and then the dork mark appeared.
Oh my fucking Satan!
Harry shouted. I think Voldemort has arrived, I said anxiously. Fuck, I have to find Draco. I guess we should separate.
Okay.
Vampire said, disapparating. Suddenly, I ran into the Great Hall.
Please, I'm so over this. It's so long. Chapter 43.
I walked sexily into the Great Hall. It was empty except for one person. Draco was there. He sat there in deadly bloom in his black 666 t-shirt and his baggy black pants. Oh my god, he had self-harmed. I felt mad at him for having sex with Snape, but I felt sorry for him. He looked just like Gerard Way with his red eyes and pale white face. Draco, are you okay? I asked.
I'm not okay.
He screamed depressively. I thought of the MCR song and I got even more depressed because that song always makes me cry. I gave him a pot cigarette and he started to smoke it. Oh, Draco, why did you do it with that fucking bastard Snape? I asked tearfully. Draco began to say, but suddenly Lupin and Mr. Norris apparated into the room. They didn't see us.
I'm so glad me and Snape were freed,
said Lupin.
Damn, this job would be great if it wasn't for the fucking students.
Mr. Norris agreed. Pop Adellum, I yelled angrily, pointing my wand at them.
No!
Lupin shouted as chains came onto him. Mr. Norris ran away. You fucking perv, I said, laughing with depths of evil and depression in my voice. Now, you have to tell us where Voldemort is, or I'm going to torture you.
I don't know where he is,
said Lupin. Suddenly, Satan and Vampire ran into the room. Vampire didn't know who Satan was, really.
Oh my Satan, we were so worried about you guys.
Vampire said. I looked sexily at Draco with his gothic red eyes with contacts, black t-shirt that said 666 on it, and pale skin like Gerard Way. Vampire with his sexy black hair and red eyes less like Frank Lero, and Satan who looked just like Brendan Yuri then. I selectively took the caramel from my pocket.
What?
And then I began Frenching Draco sexily.
What?
Lupin gasped. Draco began to take all of his clothes off, and I could see his white sex pack. Then Vampire took his own clothes off too.
What?
We all began making out together sexily. I took off my black leather bra, my black lace thong, and the rest of my clothes. Everyone took their Glocks out and except for me. I'm a girl, lol. Oh, my Satan, Draco! I screamed as he put his hardness in my thingy.
What? Then he did the same thing to Harry. What?
I began making out with Satan, and he joined in. OMS, cried Vampire. Oh, Vampire, Vampire, I screamed.
Oh, Satan!
He yelled, Harry in pleasure. Lupin watched in shock. We took turns doing torture curses on him because we were all sadists. Suddenly, a big black car that said 666 on the license plate flew straight through the windows, and Snape was on it!
What is going on? Why did they suddenly start having an orgy? I'm gonna cry. This is too much. I can't. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't. Okay, let's move on. Final chapter of this, chapter 44.
That's my car.
Shouted Draco angrily, but suddenly it was revealed who was in the car. It was Snape!
I shall free you, Lupin, but first you must help me kill these idiotic thunderheads.
He said cruelly from the car as it flew circling above us.
Ebony, Darkness, Dementia, Raven Way must be killed. Then the Dark Lord shall never die. You fucking prep!
Yelled Draco. Then he looked at me sadly.
I forgot to tell you, Ebony.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. This is fucking... we're on the last chapter and we're still doing this fucked up shit. Okay.
Snape made me do it with him.
I didn't really have sex with him, but he's a... Okay. Well, so we out here setting this plot line up and all the characters are victim blaming Draco without giving him a chance to explain the actual truth of what happened, which was that he got literally fucking raped. And then in the last chapter, you're just gonna drop this horrible reveal that Snape sexually assaulted Draco, and then you're just gonna play it off as like, oh, whatever, anyways. This is why this fanfiction sucks dick, okay? It's not even a spelling mistakes or anything like that. It's just the making light of these horrible things. Stay classy, I guess. Whatever. Fuck this shit.
We all put our clothes on quickly except Satan. We were so scared, but Satan didn't change. Instead, he changed into a man with green eyes, no nose, a gray robe and white skin. He had changed into Voldemort!
I knew who thou were all along.
He cackled evilly and sadistically at me.
Now I shall kill thee all.
Thunder came into the room.
No, please don't kill us.
Pleaded Vampire. Suddenly, Willow, Bloody Mary, Diablo, Darkness, Dracula, Fred and George, Hagrid, McGonagall, Dumbledore, Sirius, and Lucius all ran in.
What is the meaning of this?
Dumbledore asked angrily, and Voldemort looked away because Dumbledore is the only wizard he is scared of. He did a spell, and suddenly his broomstick came to him sexily. Voldemort flew above the roof evilly on his broomstick.
Oh my God!
Slughorn gasped. Get it? Cause I'm gothic?
No, I don't get it! I don't get it! Tell me more!
The Dark Lord shall kill all of you, and you must submit to him.
Snape ejaculated menacingly? What the fuck? That's not what that word means, please. That is literally not what that word means. This is oh my God, I can't read that line. Oh my God. You fucking preppy, homophobic slur.
Sirius shouted angrily.
I know a four-letter word for that. Crucio!
Screamed Harry, but the sparks from his wand only hit Draco's car. It fell down. Snape quickly crawled out of it and picked up the video camera. Oh my fucking God, I cried because the video of me in the bathroom, the video of me doing it with Draco, and the video of Satan doing it with Hedwig.
If you kill me, then these videos will be shown to everyone in the school. Then you can be just like that gothic girl, Paris Hilton.
He laughed meanly. No, I screamed. FYI, I have the picture of you doing it with Lupin.
What's she talking about?
Lupin slurred as he sat in chains.
I saw it too. She's gonna show everyone in the picture.
Harry shouted angrily.
Shut up!
Lupin roared.
Foolish ignoramuses,
Yelled Voldemort from his broomstick.
thou shalt all die soon. Think again, you fucking muggle poser.
Harry yelled, and then he and Diablo and Neville both took out black guns, but Voldemort took out his own one. You guys are on a Latin standoff, I shouted desperately.
Achio, Neville's wand.
Cried Voldemort, and suddenly Neville's wand was in his hands.
Now I shall kill thee and all in ebony. You will die.
He made lightning come all over the place.
Made? I'm so glad this is the last chapter.
Save us, Ebony!
Dumbledore cried. I cried sexily. I just wanted to go to the common room and self-harm with my friends while we watched Shark Attack 3 and Saw 2 and do it with Draco. But I knew I had to do something more important. Avada Kedavra! I shouted.
The end. Wow. It seems like she just never got back on finishing it, or they just never finished it, whoever was writing this, and it just ended here. I'm so glad it's over. Oh my fucking god. That was like that was one of the most horrible things I've ever read. Anyways, the end for now.